think we're back. Are we back? I think so. Oh, I should keep resting, honestly. I should get all my stamina back. What am I doing? What in the fuck? Oh, it's so laggy. It's so slow. What the fuck is going on? Okay. I don't know what the game plan is here, to be honest. Other than, like, maybe getting a bunch more tea. Like, could just do that. Fuck it. Fuck it, we ball, we get more tea. And you know what? I'll do one of these. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. I'll do one of these. And one of these. And then one of these. Yes, sir. A little outpost is dope. I actually love this outpost. It's so cool. Time to farm some marigolds, I guess. Stock the desert base up with a bunch of fucking flowers. Call it a day. Guess I could run fish time. Not quite, hardware. Not quite. Hey, you gonna come through this time? You didn't show up yesterday. What the hell, man? The only people that showed up were our group. I mean, to be fair, the map is completely broken, so it's kind of hard to navigate to that spot. We were stuck getting T2 in the desert. Oof. Wait, I feel like you said that. I don't know, my memory's awful. Yeah, I mean, we can set up for fish, honestly. I'm probably just gonna grab a bunch of flowers over here, grab a bunch more tea, and then I'm probably gonna teleport home with a bunch of resources. I mean, realistically, the map being fucked makes it very difficult to do anything. It's funny because, like, everything shows up the first time you open the map, and then once you open it again afterwards, it no longer works. So it works the first time. I could just, like, do that and put one pin there and call it a day. Cool, my map is now broken. I mean, yeah, if you're down. I don't know what time would be best, hardware, but we'll figure it out. I'll coordinate with others. Same on your end, yeah, fair. Honestly, I'm kind of burnt out of Bitcraft, to be honest. Tried to play something else this morning, but not that exciting. feel like I need the survival crafting stuff to keep me excited, to be honest. So, did that yesterday? Yeah. Look into the Bitcraft API. Yeah, I don't even know how to do that. It'd be kind of cool to dig into it, but found some nice stuff. Yeah, like what? Do enlighten me. Do tell. Share with the class. Alright. Gotta get comfy. Comfy gamer mode activated. Some made a map of all fishing spots. Oh, that's interesting. That's kind of neat. Wonder how that works. You found a development password in the database? Wait, what does that mean? Like to turn on like dev mode or something? Because if it unlocks a debug cam, you should share it with me. Oh, interesting. Be kind of nice to get a debug camera going somehow. It's an interesting find nonetheless. It's good to know that there is, I mean, realistically, we probably all knew that there was that there, so it's not that surprising, but... See all game state? Like how so? Oh, interesting. Huh. Wait, so that's so technically like you could make a character database that has all the character info, right? You could have like their stats, you could have their equipment, you could have maybe the cosmetics they have equipped. That'd be cool. Character viewer would be really cool, like a model viewer. WoW had one of those back in the day. Can't see is the level. Oh, interesting. I mean, you could probably calculate the level, right? If you actually like knew like what each level took XP wise. Yeah, you'd have to probably manually figure it out. I mean, I'm sure if you went through a handful of levels, like you looked at what the actual XP requirement was for a handful of levels, or even just like the XP amount required for each level, you could probably calculate it. Because I think it's the same for each profession. Like, I think each profession scales the same way. Man, I don't know why I'm so tired today. It's weird, I slept like pretty decently last night. Got a good sleep in, woke up at like 6. Like, I'm just gonna farm a bunch of flowers here, and then I'll process them, and then I don't know what to do from there, honestly. We have the desert outpost, but we don't technically need to farm any ore anymore. So... It seems like, honestly, it seems like most people are kind of burning out at Bitcraft, which, I mean, makes sense. Again, there's not really like a whole lot of end game progression right now. Like, again, it is just an alpha, so it kind of makes sense that people are in and out. But, yeah, I don't know. It's like we've kind of achieved our goals. We've kind of done what we wanted to do. We built our big hut. We built our desert outpost. Yeah, but what goals, realistically? There aren't really any goals that are intriguing enough to keep the group in, like, intertwined. The fisherman's boat? Yeah, I mean, maybe for a large group you could grind that out. I don't think that's feasible for a group like ours. We only have like 7 or 8 active players, and we did just lose a few more of them, so... realistically, like, we're only gonna have a few people that would even bother. And, like, it's hard to justify grinding out the fisherman's boat when you lose it in 2 weeks. You know what I mean? I think it's the whole... like, we're slowly losing time. You know, it's setting in that we don't have that much time left in the alpha, and realistically, all the extra grinding that we do could be much better used elsewhere. You know, I'm sure most of the people playing have kind of felt that a little bit. I don't know. You want to test it and see if you can bug it? Bug it how so? I mean, we don't even know what the fishing boat looks like right now, so... yeah, I mean, if you guys manage to get it, go for it. I think you guys would be the last group who's actually committed to doing much, so... 5% more fishing XP? That's interesting. For everyone on the boat, or just for the person who owns it? And also, like, does it have more cargo? Like, I don't get it. Is it faster? Or is it literally just the XP gain? Because if it's just the XP, that... I mean, what's the point? I'm assuming it's a 3-seater as well. Interesting. Has anyone actually gotten a fishing boat yet, though? Oh, the dev showed one. I see. That's cool. That's pretty neat. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's cool. I just, again, I don't know. That's it's, what is it, like fucking 20,000 Brico coins or something? And equal amounts of Hex? Like, that's a big grind. Mostly just the Brico coins. Like, the Hex isn't that bad. It's just the Brico is rough, dude. Alright, we keep running to find more flowers. I have a decent bit of food left, so I'm not going to worry too much about running out. Problem is I can't rest, so... Also, for some reason, the trader spawn rate in the desert is way higher. Like, look, every single fucking ruin that's in visual here has a trader. Like, trader, trader, trader... trader. 3 fucking twins? 3 twins and a Brico. Yeah, but like these guys, don't these also share spawns with the rest of the biomes? Like, realistically, it's taking away traders from the rest. You can't trade with them? Oh. Interesting. That sucks. I haven't actually tried. Oh, whoa. There's actually trees here? Oh, it's a fucking base. They've planted trees in the desert. Wait, that's weird. Whose base is this, I wonder? Oh, they set a path to nowhere. That path goes literally nowhere. Also, the desert has tier 1 birds? Oh, tier 5 birds. Okay. Oh, hey, buddy. I gave up on BattleBit. I'm back. Whose base is this? Shovel Oasis? Huh. This is interesting. What is this thing? Is this like a building you can enter? What the fuck is that? It's like a forge. I don't even know, dude. This is all like tier 6 shit. God damn. Oh, it's T5? Okay. Why'd I give up on BattleBit? It's a fun game. Less fun to stream it, honestly. Honestly, less fun to stream. So, figured I'd come back to Bitcraft. Yeah, no, I do like BattleBit. I played it a good bit when it first came out. Like I probably sunk like 30 or 40 hours into it. I think like 30 hours when it came out, and then hadn't really played a lot of it since. Kind of like go through my phases where I like get into games, I get kind of burnt out, and then I switch to a different game. And that's kind of been how it goes usually. There's always like a handful of games that'll suck me in for a lot longer, but it's really hard to keep engaged. So I guess I'm just gonna go farm a bunch of flowers, and then I'll make a bunch of tea, stock the base up with tea, and then once I know the base has enough tea, I'm just gonna go set up for the fishing thing. And we'll do the fishing thing. It's probably gonna be a shorter stream today. I think once we actually do the fishing extravaganza, I'm gonna head out. I need to get some errands done today. I didn't really get many done yesterday. So I need to go do that. Tend to life a little bit. Still trying to figure out what game I want to play after Bitcraft Alpha ends, or realistically once everybody burns out, because I think that's more likely in the next 2 weeks, because they're not going to be adding any content, they're just going to be fixing things. So realistically, I think it's more likely that a group of us will probably transition to the other games first. Not gonna play Bitcraft? Hey, fair enough. Welcome to just chill and shoot the shit. It's alright. I don't blame you. Dabbler dipping was definitely, I think, a little petty, but whatever. We can't really... unfortunately, when we need ores, we need to do them when we need them, so... What is grape fauna? Oh yeah, well I mean it makes sense though, Hardware. Like most people are getting burnt out, right? Because most people don't want to grind out a ridiculous amount of effort to get tier 6 shit. Like I kind of figured that our group would taper off once we hit tier 4, and that's exactly what's happening. Like we're hitting tier 4 and everyone's being like, yep, this is fun, this is what we want out of the game. We're gonna get into the game once, you know, either the next alpha or the release hits. So realistically, like next alpha should have a bunch more stuff for us to work towards and work with as well, so it's probably going to keep us a lot more engaged. But it's hard to stay engaged in a game again unless your goal is like level 99, but I think that's a waste of time to sink that much effort into being the top. Yeah, there aren't any objectives. No, there's absolutely no objectives. The only objectives are XP, and for people like Dabbler or like Kaizudo that only care about XP, they're either going to get burnt out or they're going to put all that effort in and then never play the game again because they don't want to put that effort in again. I can't imagine Kaizudo is going to want to come back to the game when it comes out and sit there grinding out tailoring all over again, because that's going to be the exact same process. So... Also, the map bug is awful, so I could imagine people are quitting because of the map bug. That wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. Because it is really obnoxious not being able to use your map. I don't actually think there's that many people quitting because of it, but I probably would get annoyed. I would get fed up if I was trying to, like, set up a base somewhere, or, like... I'm pretty sure the devs are aware of it. I mean, I haven't reported it myself, so I actually don't really know for sure, but... You know, it is what it is. So did most people think about the maintenance issue? Or what do you mean? Oh, they weren't aware for the first 2 hours? Yeah, I mean, I guess if people don't report it. I mean, I guess I could go and report it. I'm pretty sure I don't know if I did, but map update causes the map to bug out after the first time you open it. Icons disappear. Player marker disappears. Icons disappear, player marker disappears, claims disappear, can't see waypoints or... Oh my god, shut up. Lyrics, fucking hell. Stop it. These all have vocals. Can't see waypoints or claim data. Oh, can't see waypoints or what was I gonna say? Alright, I'll submit that. Yeah, I mean, that's fair, Zeros. 100% fair. I mean, it's good that... I'm assuming you've reported, like, bug reported all of those. And I mean, I guess it's good that they know what's going on, right? They can, like, be prepared. They could have it kind of ready to go or whatever. They can work on it. But the crashing has been annoying. The fact that, like, people like me can't play 1440p without the game shitting the bed. The fact that it's really unoptimized. Like, there's a handful of things that make it really difficult to play. And the only reason we've been really, you know, sticking to it is because we like the game. The map bug won't be fixed until Monday? Wait. Why do you... Oh, yeah, I guess it is the weekend, huh? I guess that's something to consider as well. Man, they gotta get one of their devs just on a weekend schedule. Oh, fuck. Oh, they do actually have people off for the weekend, but they're probably not people that can do any major changes to the game, so... like, fix the map bug that got rolled out. Because basically, they're just gonna have to roll back the patch that they did, or they're gonna have to modify the patch that they did. It's a little unfortunate that they never got to actually test the total concurrent users. I heard they wanted to test between 1 and 2,000. Or at least that's what the server's capable of. I don't know if they actually wanted to test that this alpha, but like I think we hit cap once at 500. I think there's one point where there was a queue and it was like 2 or 3 p.m. Eastern. So they want to. Well, yeah. I don't think that's happening this alpha, to be honest. They don't have enough publicity, and it's unfortunate that, like, the handful of us aren't going to be able to drum up that publicity. I don't think. We would have to put, like, a ton of effort into actually marketing the game, and I don't think that's worth their time right now in the alpha. They'll do an alpha directly after this one. I don't think they should. I think they should fix a lot of the problems first. I don't think they should run alphas back to back. Like, maybe they'll do an open alpha or something. Yeah, maybe. I guess maybe, yeah, if that's what they want to do. I guess we'll see. Because here's the thing, if they roll an alpha out right after and they haven't done anything or changed anything, I'm probably not going to want to participate. Because, like, what's the point of jumping into the next alpha if it's the same thing? You know what I mean? I would consider it if it was, again, if it was, you know, better, more stuff, rework the shitty professions. Man, I wish I was a writer so I could actually write like cohesive videos. And you know, I could write like I can write an idea, like a video about how Bitcraft is a really good game and has a lot of potential, you know, and obviously the alpha doesn't really do it justice to what the full release is going to be. But he did ask the devs that. He asked the devs when they're going to wipe and he's going to play on the next one. Interesting. Okay. I mean, I guess he doesn't want to deal with all the issues. Yeah, and I mean, that's fine. He can do like a pirate software test. Yeah, that makes sense. You guys kind of just snowballed it immediately and he didn't really play. I mean, it also seems like for him, he's a very busy person, and I feel like for him, he's not going to have the time to actually grind the game out, though. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely difficult to do the, like, merchant thing, for sure. There's not enough players. And realistically, even if there were enough players, there's not really enough going on right now anyway to make trading worthwhile. There's not enough, like, items that are hard to obtain. You know what I mean? Yeah, I guess that's fair, Zeros. I mean, realistically, the merchant trader aspect would show up. It would end up showing up in the higher tiers for sure. But the issue is because there's a level requirement to use higher tiered stuff, then it forces you to grind anyway. So there's no incentive to like want to trade with a new player and be like, hey, give me everything you have and I'll give you this tier 4 tool. Like, I get that there has to be that kind of that level requirement to like get into a tool, but like as it stands right now, they need like more of a, there's like more, they need even more incentive, I guess. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, depending on the social status of it, for sure. I think I think it's difficult to say because it's hard to like, it's hard to gauge how social people are going to be as it currently stands, because the alpha has been like relative, like everyone's kind of in their own little clique in the alpha, grinding at their own shit. So like it has like some social aspects for the people in the groups, but yeah. I don't know. It's hard to say what the outcome of this game is going to look like, I will say. Obviously, endgame content needs to eventually be a focus for them if they want to really keep, you know... There's no mass quantity trading, which makes trading for us not worth it. Yeah, not really. I don't know, it's hard to say. Like, I don't know how they would do large-scale trading. Like, I guess they could do, like, ship trading. They could have maybe, like, through the market stall, they could have, like, an escrow thing. I think, technically, large-scale trading, I think mass quantity trading would only really work through a market stall right now. And because traveling is kind of a pain in the ass, it makes people not want to do that. Like, what I've learned is that having central market where it is, isn't really actually ideal. Like, sure, maybe it's in the center of the map for all of us to like navigate around and do stuff, but in terms of like players actually wanting to buy stuff from us, there's nothing actually feasible. Like, there's no... You would not mind traveling full... Yeah, but you're also tier 6, so your opinion isn't really the general opinion, I'd say. Like, you have a unique opinion in that regard. I think most people are tier 3 or less right now. Like, I would argue, like, the majority of players probably made it around tier 3 and then stopped playing. Or are currently working towards it. Yeah, getting coin is difficult, yeah. Yeah, hex coin can be frustrating to get unless you have a shit ton of people farming it. Like, as a small group, you know, hex coin is not something that's easy to come by. There's not really a way that you can, like, aside from just literally running ruins over and over again, there's not really a way that you can do anything, you know, with it. Or do anything to get it, rather. Aside from just running ruins back to back. Yeah, I don't know. It is sad because they, I mean, it's not really that sad. It's a fucking alpha. I can't really be that disappointed by the alpha. Like, it is what it is, right? It's, the intention was to get some stability testing, look at some, like, fundamentals, see what they need to change, and go from there. So it's not, I can't really be that upset about the state of things. And, like, obviously they're testing, they're working on things, they have a laundry list of problems to work through. You know, it's something that, it's something that you just, it's to be expected. So, and I'd expect they would, you know, next alpha, I would expect they have a bunch more stuff added, a bunch more content for people to explore. Like, I know they have a lot planned. Realistically, it's just how much of that makes it to the next alpha, or even the full release of the game for that matter. Because they could end up scrapping a lot of their ideas depending on how the alphas go and depending on how they play. Said a lot of stuff was 90% ready, they just ran out of time to get it in game. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I guess, like, to be fair, like, they... You can't really expect them to try to push all that stuff out when they just want to stability test what they have right now. Like, I'm not going to fault them for being like, yeah, I'm just going to, you know, we're just going to make sure that everything runs and is stable, and then we'll roll stuff out when we can. Like, I'd imagine they have devs currently working to, like, get the next stage of the game prepared. Pushed out some new stuff? Like what? What'd they push out? Like content-wise. Oh, yeah. Like, yeah, they've made updates client-side. Like, new UI, yeah. Yeah, but I mean, like, content-wise. I'm not talking about, like, just UX improvements. I'm not talking about, like, you know, quality of life stuff, like, in general. How big is their team? Like, how big is the team working on the game versus the database? I know the database has, like, 2 or 3 people. How many people are on, like, Clockwork specifically deving the game? Well, I know it's a small team. Yeah, I know. Hey, 10%. I didn't even realize. Nice. 10% explored. Hell yeah. I'm 1/6 of the way to where yogurt is. I guess 1/7. Fucking crazy guy. You assume internally of 10 to 15. That's fair. So, but with that number of people, they probably have people working on, like, a different version of the game. One that's, like, more the final image of what they're looking for, right? Like, they probably only have a part of the team actually maintaining the alpha, right? I can't imagine they'd be dedicating the entire team to working on the alpha. For backend, that was a no? Well, yeah, I mean, that makes sense, but I mean, like, how many people on the dev team are, you know, backend focused? Also Alessandro. Blave and Alessandro are the rest? Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Also, there's a lot of Aramite right here. But I feel like there's almost no point in getting it, because our Smith is no longer playing, so... Now what? Yeah, I think this week I might actually transition to something else for a little bit. Still hand out keys as I get them, because there's still a handful of people in the key queue. We got 5 more people there. Hand out the key, let people fuck around, let them explore the game, and you know, do something else for a little bit. Also, yeah, there's a bunch of fucking Aramite here. Just had to go further away. I guess that makes sense. You can only see around 10% of it? Wait, 10% of what? T2 ore? Oh. Well, that's fun. Yeah, I mean, realistically, I could also, but again, I'm kind of on the same boat. I don't really want to grind. And realistically, what do we need to get the ore for anyway? Right? At this point, I kind of just, if I'm going to play Bitcraft, I'm just going to kind of use it to fuck around and, I don't know, try to find stuff I can do. Problem is, there's just not a lot. Like, it's mostly, the game is grinding right now. That's all there is to it. And like, I'm kind of satisfied with where my numbers are. Like, I'm like mid 40s on my main professions. Like, whatever, I'm happy with that. Like, I'll try to do a little group fishing thing today and see what happens, but like, realistically, what's the point? I think it's about time we do transition. It's like, I was looking at like Vintage Story. Vintage Story seems really interesting. And I feel like Vintage Story could actually be something to entertain me for a while. Also something that's engaging for stream. I think the problem is that I think, because I've said it a few times, I've been kind of using the stream as a bit of a vice lately for a lot of the shit that I'm dealing with in my personal life. And I think it might all just be catching up to me a little bit all at once. As I'm hitting the burnout, I think the reality of everything is kind of setting in. And I don't think that's helping necessarily. It's going to put me in a shitty mental state, but like, I mean, I don't know what to do aside from continuing to, you know, just like appease my vices, I guess. And I mean, I think the thing is, I think for me, like, I've been spending so much time streaming because it's been really engaging and it's been really fun. And I think the realization's also setting in that that's mostly just because of Bitcraft. And it's going to be interesting to see, like, once Bitcraft ends, what happens to that. You know, am I going to lose motivation again? Am I going to fall off like I have before? I don't want to. I really want to stick to it, but I think it's difficult. There's a lot of shit going on. There's a lot of different moving parts that make that kind of difficult. And it's, I don't know. I guess it's frustrating to, like, it's not frustrating. It's disheartening. Yeah, I feel that, Zeros. See, the worst part is, in my situation, like, I have every right to, like, I'm speaking for myself. I don't know what your situation's like, but, like, with my situation with my ex, like, me leaving her, me breaking up with her was out of, I think, necessity for my own health, my own sanity, my well-being. Like, she's not a good person, and I know that. But I think the issue is, like, obviously when you care about somebody, it's really hard to, like, actually let go, despite you realizing how bad they can be, or, like, their red flags or what have you, right? And I think I've been kind of stuck in this limbo where it's like, I don't know what to do, you know? And of course, she's being, you know, she's being petty. She's doing what she does. And she's doing, obviously, a good job of making me not feel great. And I mean, that's kind of how I would expect someone like that to react. But, like, the issue is, like, what do I do? How do I keep my head up? How do I keep trucking through it? Hey, Lights, how you doing? How you doing this fine evening or morning or afternoon? I pretty much have hardware. I pretty much have. The only reason I've been in contact with her is because she had utilities in her name and was supposed to transfer utilities to me when she moved out. Well, not when she moved out. She's been moved out for a while, but when I, like, formally broke up with her, she was supposed to have everything put in my name, but instead she just decided to cancel the utilities. And the utilities have just been forwarded to the building, so now I have to work with the property management to figure out why the accounts got forwarded instead of just passed off to me. Which is really frustrating. But I think once that's done, I truly can cut contact with her completely. But the issue is, it's like I need the account information. I need to be able to like get the info so I can actually correct the error, and being ignored is not a great feeling. So yeah, she canceled them, and then now that I've been asking her for the last like 5 days for utilities, like for the information to be able to correct it, she just won't answer me. And it's really frustrating because it's not like I'm asking for a lot. You know, she sent me the statements of the last bills, but the statements were just like it was just like an email notice of like a direct withdrawal. Like it wasn't a fucking bill. It wasn't the formal bill at all. I don't even think it has the account number on it realistically. So I basically, what the plan is tomorrow, because I'm probably going to have to throw the idea of having her help at all out the window, I'm going to have to call the utilities company and explain to them the situation and pray that they'll just reinstate my account without like charging the like reconnection fees for all of them, because I'm not going to spend like 50 to $100 for both to like reconnect the accounts that were already on my, like we've already been, you know, we've been paying for them for almost 2 years. It's stupid. And like the thing is, the argument that I could make is that me and her were both on the lease the entire time, and it's still the same fucking lease. So I think the argument would be like, hey, it's, you know, nothing's really changed here other than that she's being petty and just making it really difficult to get access to my fucking utilities so I can pay them. But yeah, I don't know. She kind of does stuff like that. I think she might be in the mindset where she thinks that like everything's okay and like we're gonna get back together at some point, and this is like a temporary thing possibly, because she's done this before in bouts of like no contact. Like it's been kind of a rough relationship, and I feel like she might be in the mindset where she's just being like petty and angry because she's just petty and angry about the situation, and I don't think she realizes that this is like a permanent thing. Because I'm truly done with her shit, her games, her like manipulation. She's absolutely like a narcissist, very full of herself, thinks that everything she does is correct and nobody else can be correct. So I don't know. I hate to like talk shit on stream and like bring it up, but it is kind of one of the things that's been looming over me for the last couple of weeks. I guess lately, like you said, Zeros, as you run out of things to do, you know, it starts to weigh down on you a little bit more, and it makes it a little bit more difficult for sure to like stay upbeat and positive and whatnot. So a friend. Yeah, we've always got those people. Yeah, I guess it's kind of rough because like you always have your ups and downs in life, right? Like you've got your good moments, you'll have your bad moments. I guess the key is to don't let the bad moments bother you and try to enjoy the good moments while they last. And, you know, it's easy to say that. It's a lot easier said than done, you know. It's always harder in practice to, you know, really like dial in your emotions and realize like, oh yeah, no, it's fine, we'll be okay. This is just a low point. Everything will be okay next week, you know. But I know that keeping in contact with her, keeping her in my life is the worst thing I could do for myself in the long run. I know that like the pain is temporary, right? Any pain and frustration I have to deal with now isn't something that I'm going to have to deal with long term, especially if I just continue down the path I'm going. Eventually everything will be fine. But I think it's just getting there is the difficult part. So anyway, Lights, I'm okay. Sorry. Kind of just fucking dumping about my shit because like I don't know what else to... I'm running out of things to talk about because I mean I've talked about everything Bitcraft related. I feel like there's nothing much else to say about Bitcraft, and like I'm kind of, I don't know, I mean I'm sure you're getting to that point, Lights, where you're kind of getting burnt out a little bit too, but it feels like a lot of us are getting really burnt out of Bitcraft, because it's like it's a good game, it's at a good place right now, but they need to add a lot of things to keep player retention high. keep player engagement high. Because I mean, you look at something like World of Warcraft or ESO or Albion or like any big MMO, their whole thing is they always add, you know, they add new expansions that always add raid content. They add something to work towards, right? And the whole reason why you'd want to do that is so you could work towards competing, or like, you know, you could do like competition in PvP, or you can work towards getting your gear for the next raids or what have you, or maybe you're trying to get a legendary drop so you can have a cool thing. But I think their update cycles are short enough that for most players, like, there's always something new to look forward to. But it is kind of making me realize that, like, without that end game, like, you're kind of just endlessly grinding for a number, really. And like, I saw a TikTok specifically poking fun at RuneScape, and it was like dude hitting 99 woodcutting, and everyone was like, yeah, good job, man. Like, good for you. You can do it. Yeah, like you really could. Good determination. And then like, dude was just kind of standing there like, yeah, thanks guys. And then this other guy was like, yeah, so what are you gonna do now? Guy's like, I don't know. I guess I'll just chop more trees. And he's like, yeah, you will. You'll keep chopping trees because there's so much more stuff you could work towards. You could just keep chopping trees. And I'm like, I thought about that. I was like, damn, that's fuck. It's kind of true though, because like, what do you do in a game like that? Like, the sole purpose is just like grinding out levels. Number go up. Like, at some point you get bored of number going up. There needs to be more than that. Like, for me, when I played WoW, I think I was never super into raiding. But for me, it was, I liked the cosmetics, I liked the mounts specifically, so like mount collecting was the thing I would always do. And I would, you know, I'd go check all my rare spawns, and then I'd basically spend my time working towards, you know, earning more gold, saving up money so I could buy some of the expensive mounts. And that was pretty much like most of my WoW experience, was mostly just messing with the economy and doing that sort of thing. It left a lot of content to be desired, honestly. Like, I hadn't explored, I haven't done a lot of the raids, at least when they were out. I hadn't done a lot of the raids, and it's kind of interesting that like that was able to engage me for so long. Like, I was able to play WoW for so long. But it's kind of funny because when I look back at it, I realized that like I never actually truly played WoW in one big session. It was always, I would play it for a while and then I would take a break and I would come back later, and then I would play it again for a while and then I would take a break and come back later. Kind of in those same cycles. So, and I mean, realistically, I think Bitcraft is probably going to be similar to me. I'll probably have my cycles of wanting to play it, and if you don't do that, you fully burn out. Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, like, that's kind of what's happening with Bitcraft here, is I think, what was it, Zeros or somebody? I'm not sure. Maybe it was Outbreak. Somebody I was talking to this morning was specifically saying that they missed the intermittent downtime, where like the game went down for like a day or two at a time. So like we had some opportunity to like go and do something else. And you know what? I kind of agree. Like, part of me kind of wishes that the game had gone down more frequently and like kind of gave us that mental clarity to like go and do other things and work on stuff, and then, you know, come back once the servers are back, sort of thing. I don't know. It's obviously, it's a stupid thing to want. You don't want the servers to be down, and obviously you could just police yourself. But I think the issue is that like me particularly, like I've been playing Bitcraft like every day. I've been sinking time into it, and it's like a lot. It's a lot. It's not something that really anybody can do forever. I mean, like, maybe people like Kaizudo somehow can do it. Actually, I realize why Kai's able to do it. Specifically, it's because Kai set the most ridiculous goal for himself, which was to hit level 100, right? Guy wants to hit max level, and because he set that goal, he's not even close to doing that yet, and he's put himself in the mental space where he's able to grind that out. But for the rest of us who like didn't really have a goal, and we were just kind of playing the game, we had like small goals, like micro goals along the way, but like individually as players, none of us ever wanted to be top. I think the only one who really did was Dabbler, And I think Dabbler found a reason to give up and has now taken it. Because realistically, I don't think Dabbler was going to be, like he was definitely competitive for sure. But the issue is the people ahead of him are so far ahead of him that he would have to put in twice the work just to keep up. Because he really only started grinding XP once he actually set up in our base. He wasn't sitting there grinding smithing XP before. He was kind of doing everything. K is level 84. Jesus. Wait, like K Brarian K? This is the same K? Oh, you mean Kai. I see what you're saying. Kai's level 84. Yeah, but like level 84 at 13 million XP. Not even at 9 million XP. He's not going to hit 100. There's no way he hits 100. Call me a hater, but like he's not going to hit 100. There's no, it's no, like he might hit it if he had like a month to do it and it was spending 12 hours a day grinding at it. I don't think he's going to be able to do it before alpha ends. And you know what? I'll cheer for him. I'm there for him. I'm there to, if he does do it, by all means, call me, you prove me wrong. Call me a naysayer, call me a hater, whatever you want to call me. But like, that's a hell of a grind that I don't really think any mortal can do. And at the end of the day, I think that, like, I think Kai's going to regret it. I'm going to be honest. Like, I get that Kai is probably proud of the fact that he's #1 in total XP. He's #1 in tailoring. He's #1 in foraging. Like, I'm sure he's probably stoked about that. But like, he's going to look back and be like, why did I do that? You know what I mean? There's going to be a point in his life, I don't know if it's going to be anytime soon, where he's going to look back and be like, why did I waste all that? I think this will ruin the game for Kai. Absolutely. It's actually weird because I think that a lot of people might actually have the game ruined for them because of the alpha grind. Actually. Like, I think a lot of people might burn themselves out in alpha so hard that they just don't play the game again. I don't think I'm at that point yet, fortunately. Like, I haven't been chasing levels as much, but I think there are a lot of people, Dabbler might be one of them, who just might not play the game. Again, because that grind was just so much. At least in something like RuneScape, for example, like, you do have a couple things to work towards. You have a cape, right? You have, you have a cape. That's basically what you're working towards. But at least in RuneScape, there's a lot of other things you can do. And, it's usually like, oh, I hit 199. My next goal is to go and do other things. So you decided to like take steps back playtime wise. That's a good thing. That's 100% a good thing. I think pretty much everybody should do that. I think people should stop grinding so hard. Wish there was a way to reset your progress and start from scratch. Yeah, right? It'd be cool. It'd be cool. It would definitely, like, I think it would be interesting. Yeah, it's calling Blade for a second key. It's true. I mean, he'd probably give it to you, granted. Like, I don't think there'd be an issue with it, but, I mean, Hey, Pillow, thanks for the follow, buddy. Appreciate it. How have your streams been going, man? Also, welcome. Yeah, but you could try to ask Blade for a second key. I mean, he might just give it to you. I don't know. But again, yeah, I think there's like a point where you hit that wall and you burn out. And I think it'd be stupid to try to push through that wall. Like, once you feel, like, I think, like, in my case specifically, like, once I'm at that wall right now with burnout, it would be stupid to try to push through that wall and continue doing it, because that's ultimately what's going to ruin the game for me in the long run, is forcing myself to continue doing the game, like, playing the game when I don't want to. And it's kind of rough in my context because, like, I have an incentive from a streamer standpoint to play the game, right? Like, I've had good community engagement, I've had good interactions, I've had good average views. Like, it's been a good time for me as a streamer. And it's going to be difficult to be like, yeah, don't play this game that objectively worked for your Twitch channel and do something else. You know, obviously we've started to prepare for that. We've started to come up with other games that we can play, like Vintage Story or potentially PAX Day if we get into the alpha of that. But PAX Day, for example, is going to be another situation like that where, you know, alpha is going to reset. Alpha isn't permanent there either. So PAX Day beta, I think, was supposed to start the 24th. But I'm not entirely sure. It's only like hearsay that I've heard that. I haven't actually like confirmed it. So I did sign up for the alpha the other day. I applied for their creator thing as well. And I did set up like a group code for anybody who also applies for the alpha, because we have like, between me and Liam, we have a shit ton of people that would probably play the alpha if we could get them into it. So that'd be kind of fun to have a group. And I think for PAX Day specifically, you do need a group for it. It sounds like. But yeah. Also, I'm glad to hear, Pillow. Glad that your stream went well. How are you feeling about Bitcraft? How does, like, are you feeling burnt out? You hitting that wall? Someone thought you were griefing in the Discord? Oh, that's stupid. How so? Like, how did they think you were griefing? How do you even grief? Yeah, well, so just we're talking about like burnout in games in general. Setting up a ton of blueprints for workbenches around somebody's bases. Someone's base? Oh, interesting. Yeah, I guess that is how you would grief somebody, huh? Just spam builds everywhere. But like realistically, you could just deconstruct them. So it's not that deep. Just you hold it and deconstruct. If you claim it. Yeah, I guess, but like how big of a claim are you gonna, you know? Yeah, that's fair if it's covered. I mean, realistically, you know, if someone's trying to accuse you of that and you've been streaming, you do have your ass covered a little bit there. So I know it only needs to be one wide hardware, but in order for you to encircle a base, it has to be 8 tiles away from the base to be able to claim that tile. So you would have to make a huge fucking claim. So yeah, that's fair, Pillow. I think I've fallen into the trap specifically where I've like only really played Bitcraft because it's worked out well for me from a streaming standpoint, and I think I've kind of fallen into that trap. It's weird because like from day one, like I've been preaching the whole like turn your viewer count off, don't give a shit about the analytics, and I still do. But I think it's been kind of difficult because, you know, I go and play a different game and every single person who was a regular who was like, not every single person, but most people who were regulars were like, yeah, I don't really care. And I get that, like, I can't use 1 2-hour stream as a fucking anecdote. But like it doesn't feel great, you know what I mean? And I think it kind of puts me in that like shitty mental state where no matter how hard I want to, you know, walk the walk, I can't, you know? Like it takes a very strong-willed person to look past some of those like the valleys, I guess. And yeah, and like hardware, my plan is to play other games 100%. Like we've worked on, I think I've determined a couple of games that'll work well in terms of keeping my audience engaged, keeping the people in our community engaged and like interested. Granted, they're all like survival crafting, but that's fine. I think survival crafting games are kind of the type of game that I enjoy the most, for the most part. I think I like survival crafting games and I like shooter games, and those don't really overlap. But, you know, what can you do? And I mean, realistically though, I have to look back at what Alex Brammy was saying a whole bunch. Like, bro knows I have the potential to make content and whatnot, but I've done exactly what he said I shouldn't do, which is get caught in the trap of streaming really long, ridiculous hours, without really doing a whole lot elsewhere. Granted, I have a whole lot of clips I can make, and I need to make those clips. That's something I have to do. Yeah, and doing one game. But I think the other issue is that if you stick to streaming, if you want to retain your audience, you pretty much have to do one game. Or you just have to be an exceptional personality who, like, really stands out. And I think I'm an okay personality. I don't think I'm an exceptional personality who really stands out, who can pull an audience, like pull my audience wherever I go. I mean, to some capacity I can, but I think it really depends on the game. And I think if I stay within the same genre, it'll be a little bit easier to stick to that. But it's hard to say. So, also, I've always leveled up foraging how many times here? Holy shit. I've almost leveled up foraging 3 times here by just getting an inventory of flowers. You come and say hi, we wouldn't stay for an FPS much time. I already said, but the loud noises and constant screams of people on comms gives you headaches. Yeah, no, that's fair, Zeros. And like, again, I'm not going to fault any of you guys for not wanting to watch. It's like if my audience is specifically interested in survival crafting, then I should try to stick to survival crafting, right? At least if it's not Bitcraft, it's something within the same realm, and it's not like too far gone, you know? And I think that's like an important distinction there, is that, like, obviously just trying to play, like, I think there's just some games I need to do off stream. You know what I mean? Yeah, I actually would consider Zomboid if I had people to play with, because I don't know what I'm doing in Zomboid, and the one time I played it, I got my shit kicked in. So, you really think you'll probably stream mostly Bitcraft going forward? You really love the game, and you could play it for a long time? Well, don't burn yourself out, Pillow, because what we've been talking about on this stream here is that a lot of us are, like, really burnt out of Bitcraft because, again, there's not... I think I've said it a few times since you've shown up here. There's not a whole lot of endgame content. There's not a whole lot to do other than just watch number go up, right? And, like, I realize... I think why most people really like it right now is because it's fresh, it's new, it's exciting. But I think once you get used to it, once you get comfortable, once you get, like, really into it, and you've sat there and you've done the grind, and you've done the cycle a few times, it loses its meaning, right? And again, it's an alpha, right? There's a lot of content and a lot of other things that are missing from the game, which is why I'm really trying to, you know, myself and stress it for other people, like, you don't bother grinding your ass off. Don't bother trying to get that number. Don't, like, try to experience all the different things of the game. You know, do what at least the people in, like, I'm content with what my group has done as a group. We've achieved a lot. We've gotten to tier 4. Realistically, we probably could have gotten to 5 and 6 if we really tried, but there's no point. There's really no point. And yeah, once you hit 60, like, that's it. You're at tier 6. And there's realistically no point aside from, like, being able to go into higher tier dungeons and clear the higher tier dungeons. Like, nothing really matters. And I think people should be enjoying the game for the new stuff that it has rather than just focusing on grinding out numbers. And I think it comes from people's kind of competitive nature, that they want to be the best, they want to be the highest, they want to have the biggest number. And I get that. I do. I've definitely started to slip into that where, like, I'm checking, like, I literally have I have the leaderboards open right here. Granted, it's mostly because I was explaining Kaizudo, but, like, I have the fucking leaderboards open on a different monitor. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's something where, like, I've started to bake that mentality into myself where I'm starting to compare myself against others when it doesn't fucking matter. So, yeah, and Pillow, that's how you should look at it. That's really how you should look at it. And it's funny because I had that opinion, you know, 3 weeks ago. I really did have that opinion, and then it slipped. I don't know why. I don't know why. Oh, I'll wait for ads. I'll wait for ads. Tell me when you guys are back. I'll wait. Hey, Cozy, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hold on, we're waiting for ads. I think Zeros and Hardware are stuck in ads. Oh, he's back. Welcome back. Honestly, I forgot my train of thought now. In the process of waiting for the ad to finish. Yeah, no, I think anyone who's playing Bitcraft right now really should just be trying to experience a bit of every profession, try to contribute their opinions on how things should change. For example, doing farming and realizing how awful farming is right now, and explaining why you know, farming is so awful right now. But like that's the purpose of the beta test. The purpose of the beta test, or the alpha test rather, is to learn what needs to be changed. The devs just need to know what they need to work towards. And people really shouldn't be taking it so competitively right now. Yeah, farming does give me carpal tunnel as well, honestly. Look, I normally have like I have my armrests up and my arms go off the armrests onto the desk. But like when I'm farming, I got to do the fucking FPS gamer stance where armrests go down, I slide into the desk and whole ass arms are on the table. Like, I straight up have to whip out the FPS pose to prevent myself from getting carpal tunnel. So, yeah, you'll end up having to interact with it a bunch, Pillow, once you start progressing. The issue is farming is kind of a huge bottleneck for progression. And not kind of, it literally is the biggest bottleneck for progressing through the tiers. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter too much in the early game. Because you can farm it out really quickly and it's not that big of a deal. But once you get to like tier 3, even tier 2 becomes a stretch. Oh, you go by Sweets. Sorry, Sweets. My bad. Yeah, I mean, I think, Sweets, I think you got to realize in the best way possible, people like me are dumb. And we look at what's right in front of us, right? We're not necessarily the most intelligent bunch over here. But I appreciate you correcting me, Sweets. Thank you. I will make sure to keep that in the vault in my brain for the foreseeable future. I think it's... I genuinely think people are just like... They're either dumb or not necessarily dumb, but lazy, I think is probably more what it is. I generally try to accommodate, and I generally try to, like, if I find somebody new who has, like, an interesting username, I try to pick the name in their, you know, the word in their name that would be the best thing to call them by, generally. But it's hard for some people, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what the emphasis word is for certain people. And Cozy Sweets, for example, I guess it makes sense. It does kind of put emphasis on the sweets. So maybe I circle back to the dumb part, but... Yeah, the other one you have to tell. Hey, fair enough, Sweets. Fair enough. I mean, it is what it is, right? Sometimes you make mistakes, but fortunately for you, you can change it again at some point. I don't know how long, but why are there like 2 of each plant? Like in the farming station, has there's like a couple different ways you can plant it. You can plant it from wild seeds that you get from just hitting bushes in the thing. Or you get the seeds from actually harvesting and processing them. In the farming field, I don't know why there's 2 different ones. I don't know if the actual farming field itself has 2 different ones. I'm not sure what you mean, and I'm not at a farming field to like look. It's probably just the 2 different ways that you plant it. Yeah. Oh, that is the same reason? Yeah, okay. Yeah, because there's like, because the first time you ever plant Starbulb, you have to get it from the wild vegetable seed, and then once you do that, you can cultivate it. I think the really bullshit part is that in order to cultivate it, you need fertilizer, and fertilizer isn't something you can cultivate. Fertilizer, unfortunately, you have to just go and grind somewhere. So. Honestly, we should set up for the chumfish soon. All right, it's fishing time. It's fishing time, hardware. I'm gonna go process all this shit here. Honestly, I'm not even gonna finish this inventory. I'm just gonna go process this now, and then we're gonna do the fish. We're gonna do the fish. That's a bit mad. Yeah, well, so Pillow, the issue is once you like get to higher tiers, you have to plant so many Starbulb. 10 minutes to eat dinner? Yeah, that's fine. You're fine. You got time. We'll do it at 12, so 20 or 34 minutes. once we once we do that, I'll probably wrap up stream after the fishing thing. I think we'll fish for a little bit, and then we'll chill. There should be a building where you put fertilizer and it powers the farmland in a radius. And in those, you drop the seed and just don't worry about the recipe. Yeah, you could do that. You could also do... There's another idea that people had where there's like a tool that you drag behind you, or like a wheelbarrow cart sort of thing that has the fertilizer and stuff in it, and you just drag it over the plots and it plants everything with the fertilizer and stuff. I think they should make an actual, like a composter. There should be a composter for food and just like any sort of... Even vegetable seeds. Yeah. Yeah, Zero. So it would make... Yeah, I mean, if farmland... From the main building, that would make it the most easy, but literally anything to like streamline that process of not having to select the recipe. Agreed. Yeah, no selecting the recipe. Like, you streamline the process of like planting everything and harvesting everything without having to like individually click every single farm plot. Because yeah, I feel bad for the people like in Tortuga, for example, that have like 7 billion farmers. That would be awful. Like, there's carpal tunnel for days. Yeah, composter is absolutely the best solution for anybody who... composter is the best solution for, like, for cultivating the stuff. I think the difficulty, again, being that... Sorry, let me just grab all the stuff I need here. I think the difficulty being that they have to also rework the straight-up farming process. Like, the actual process. Because, again, doing every single plot just sucks. Individual plots suck. Instead of a composter, it'd be a planting station. You put both fertilizer and the seed for all farmland in a radius. Well, no, I mean a composter for making the fertilizer. Not for doing the radius planting. I do agree with the radius planting thing. I think that's probably the easiest way to do it. I don't know if that's how they will do it. I have a feeling it's probably more likely to be a tool that you use that just makes it a lot easier to plant everything. Yeah, which, yeah, the thing that Zeros is saying would basically let you do multi-tile patches. You could have an item, like an object that you place that does like a 6x6 tile radius, and maybe each tier of that do a slightly bigger radius. Or maybe it's not even that. Maybe it's just its connection. It's not even a radius. It's just anything that's connected to it. It'll do 20 tiles that are in series with it or something. Anything that touches it. Yeah, or just chain them. You select the group and then you select the entire thing. Yeah, you could do that too. There's a lot of different ways that they could make farming better. There's really a lot of different ways they could make it better, because it's just awful right now. And again, the issue is that farming is the bottleneck for higher tier, not all higher tier progression, all progression. Literally all progression relies on crop oil specifically. And it sucks because you need a lot of crop oil. Like, to make tier 3 workbenches, it's fucked. Hey Noah, what's up? What do you want to know? What do I want to know? What's crazy? Either the character has to go and walk to pick up each individual plant. No, I don't know. I don't necessarily like the idea of having to interact with each plot specifically. Unless you just mean like walk over it and it picks it up. Which I'd be fine with. Like, if it just, like, it's the interaction of having to click each plot. If I don't have to click each plot, then we're fine. Stream won't play on your PC? Oh. Wait, so you can hear me, but you can't see the stream. That's weird. Maybe try a different browser? I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. That's fucked. It's not surprised that it's broken. That's very Noah-like to be broken. How you doing today, man? We're discussing a bunch of shit. Lots of stuff. Deep stuff, game stuff, lots of stuff. Also, we have lots of tea in here. I'm content with the amount of tea that's in here. I'm gonna take some of these, so we have fishing stuff, and I'm gonna head back. So, no phone, hi from yesterday. Oh, interesting. I see. I mean, that makes sense. You got really stoned. Yeah, I didn't actually even smoke yesterday, to be honest. I've been in a mood lately. I think once I got off yesterday, I started to feel the burnout a little bit. It's a little unfortunate, but... Yeah, it's true. It's true, sweets. Hopefully, hopefully they have some way. I don't know. Oh, I see what you're saying. So they keep the individual plot. I don't think they're going to do that, Zeros. I don't think they would do that. They've come out, they've specifically said that they want to rework it completely, which implies that it'll be more like what Sweets wants, or more like your first suggestion, rather than leaving the individual tiles. I think farm plots will be like multi-tiled things rather than a single tile. Because yeah, right now farming is fucking awful. Hey, Noah, look up Vintage Story. We're looking at a game called Vintage Story. And that's probably going to be the next game that we play after Bitcraft closes. And if you're down, you should look into it. Hey, Zonk, what's up? Welcome back. How you feeling? You still stoned from yesterday? Fucking good old Noah Toad here is apparently still stoned from yesterday. And bro's tolerance is weak. What was it called? Vintage Story. Yes, what Zero said. Anyways, I'm content with everything that's here. I'm fine with this. This is great. I'm gonna go home. I don't think is there anything I could take with me, I guess? I'm assuming we took all the ores with us. Yeah, we did. Alright, well. Gonna ride that wave through today, I think. Nice. Good shit, Zonk. Hell yeah, Zonk. That's exciting. Keep her going. Alright, we're gonna teleport home. Smoked about a quarter and chugged a 75 milligram seltzer. You don't know if that's low. The seltzer's low, but smoking a quarter is probably decent for you, definitely. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't smoke yesterday. I've been I didn't really do a whole lot, honestly, after stream yesterday. I meant to like do some productive stuff, but like I didn't really do anything productive as usual, so measuring with numbers, that's too low. Well, he was measuring, it's the drink, right? I don't know how else you would measure a drink other than numbers. Infused type shit. Okay, we're gonna set up for the fish now. I know there's a bunch of chum over there. If any of you guys want to come along, we're doing the fishing, the group chum fishing thing at 1700 2180, I believe. We'll do that again. You know, hey, I wish if Dabbler was gonna quit playing, he'd hand off his improved skiff to somebody. Would it be rude to ask for his improved skiff or his advanced skiff? She had a gummy after applying for some jobs last night. Nice. Damn, Zonk. Oh, no, that's unfortunate, Pillow. Sorry to hear, man. Actually, I gotta start doing that myself, honestly. I feel like part of my insanity is caused by work a little bit, but I'm not sure. I got a lot going on in my personal life, so who knows. Oh good, we disappeared again. Let's turn on mouse lock, click lock. Again. Let's turn this shit back on. Come on. Click it, lock it, click lock it. Thank you. But yeah, Noah, look up that Vintage Story game. Because I think we're going to probably start playing that. It's probably going to happen this week because I'm burnt out as shit on this. So I need to find something else to do, and I need to try to keep it within survival crafting. So Market's Referee Field. What field are you in, Pillow, if you don't mind me asking? Because I'm in logistics, and it's okay, but it's not, I don't know. Yeah, I mean those are the two key factors, Zeros. Those are the key factors. Realistically, I feel like I need to be in I need a better headspace. I think I'm in like a really toxic environment still. Even though like I have pretty much cut contact with her, like I'm still in a really toxic headspace, I think, and it's very unhealthy for me. So no, not modded Minecraft. Vintage Story is its own game. It looks like modded Minecraft, but it's a lot more detailed and it's a whole thing. IT's software development? Okay. Damn. That's tragic, Pillow. I thought devs were like highly requested in Desire right now. Damn. That sucks. I have no idea if I'm stuck. After the big layoff wave, there was some time ago. There's a lot of competition for new jobs. Oof. Is that layoff wave just kind of like following COVID? Sorry, I'm kind of ignorant to the software dev space because like I'm not a developer. I don't really know what goes on there. There was a wave at the beginning of both years. Oh shit. Okay, that's rough. That's not good. I mean, I guess realistically, all you can do is keep applying and try to keep your head up. It's easier said than done, especially coming from me when I'm like talking about motivation and all that shit. So, well, we're not doing it today, Noah. I'm gonna probably end stream after we do the fishing thing. I'll hang out for a little bit, then I'm gonna call an end to stream, and then I don't know, probably hang out. Tech companies overhired during COVID, and then to keep profits post-COVID, they're cutting back. It's rough that like most of the profits are pretty much being used for executives. That's the like really unfortunate part, is that it's always the like fucking 1% of every company or the 10% of every company. It's the executive team that are making most of the profit because they all want to make more money than ever. Like that is almost universal in like every fucking industry right now. And it sucks so much. Why did I stop moving? What the fuck was that? It really sucks. And it's unfortunate that it's going to be the greed of the 1% that are just going to keep ruining our lives so much more. Again, and it doesn't even matter what pay grade you're at. It doesn't matter if you make 50K a year or if you make 150K a year. Like, you're still getting screwed over by an executive who's making 3 times as much as you. Yeah, but then obviously the investors are the problem then, right? Yeah, literally, eat the rich, honestly. I think the vindication of eating the rich would taste pretty good, regardless of what it tastes like, you know? It'd be pretty vindicated. I don't know. I think jokes aside, I think again, the issue is that it's the investors, the executives, it's the people at the top. And the thing is, yeah, when like investors take money out, you know who loses, like where the money gets taken away from? It's the bottom line. Money doesn't get taken away from the executives. Money gets taken away from the people. Yeah, it's greed at its core, 100%. Absolutely. That's happening in every industry. It's happening in my industry. It's happening in every industry, really. And it's really unfortunate. It really sucks because it makes just living a day-to-day life miserable. And like, what's the, you know, fuck me. Like, what's the point of living in the society when you have to bust your ass just to exist? And not only bust your ass, but like they expect you to give up your entire livelihood just to continue existing. I mean, it's late stage capitalism for you, I suppose. what comes after late stage capitalism. Hopefully not fascism. Yeah, well, a little easier said than done, Noah. Didn't even know you guys are working on a commune. You guys don't keep up with me anymore. Chronic capitalism. Yeah. It sucks, man. It sucks. Because it's like, it's just ruining people's lives. Why does it keep stopping me from fucking moving? This is so frustrating. I don't know. I just hope for the working class it gets better. Yeah, me too, Pillow. Me too. I really hope there's a point in time where everybody just collectively goes, I want to stop paying my bills. Everybody just stops paying their bills. They stop going to work. They stop being productive members of society, and they just let capitalism collapse. Wouldn't that be great? I don't know. Yeah, do it, Noah. I mean, to go out west, that's even further away, but, you know, is what it is. Realistically, I'm probably going to go out east to where my family is if everything, like, really shits the bed. Like, if push came to shove, that's where I'd probably end up. I don't know what I'd do. I don't know how I would really live out there, but I would figure it out. Cheaper, less chances of getting flooded in the next 40 years, I guess. I don't think you have much of a chance of getting flooded in the next 40 years. Maybe the next 150. You're quite a bit inland to be worried about that, I would argue. Yeah, I think I would love to move out west, but joining worked the entire day, but the time you want to fish. Well, you don't have to. I don't think we're gonna have a ton of people here, honestly. Where the fuck's the island? Oh damn, I'm like completely lost. It's 2100. Oh, it's over here. Yeah, I was way too west. You grab some food that head our way? Alright, Pillow. We're starting in like 15 minutes, so you got time. I thought about building a little house in the middle of nowhere and mostly living off grid. That's actually what my dad and my stepmom do. And I think that's probably what I'd want to do, to be honest. I think that would be the best situation. Capybara? That's such a random animal to want to make a sanctuary for. Bros living the stoner dream over there. The vegetables, weed, dogs, capybaras. What do we got going on here? Why are there pyrolite tools in here? Oh, there's still a fuck ton of fish in here. And this got put back in there for some reason. I don't know why. We don't need this. It can sit on the ground back here. Hey, Lights, welcome back. Trying to live your mid-30s to the end of life happy? Yeah, same. I just don't know what that looks like, you know? Yeah, I guess that's fair. I guess that's fair. If they do make you happy, then fuck it, right? Okay, let's see here. There's lots of food in here. There's hardly any inventory space in here, but it is what it is. Let's see. Oh, this one actually got emptied out though, so that's good. I'm gonna do the thing really quick. I'm gonna do the thing to process that. Oh, nice. I actually did the other thing that I meant to do. So if you have a thing in your inventory, you swap the stack so that you drop another stack. It puts one here, but then bugs the stack even higher. So now we have 26 in a stack. It's really weird how it works. You're in your 20s and you're already miserable, was forced to return to living with your parents because it's impossible to pay rent plus other living expenditures. Zeros, that's kind of how I've been dealing. I mean, I haven't lived at home for a while, but I've wanted to because rent is so fucking expensive, and I've been just unfortunately slumming it, trying to make rent work. So, oh, the Pyrelight tools, the ones you were given you couldn't use. That makes sense, Lights. That makes sense. Buddy, Zeros, I'm closer to 30 than I am 20 at this point, and it's tragic that I feel like I still don't have anything in my life sorted out. I still don't know what I'm doing with my life. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I want. Like, I think at this point, like, I feel like relationships have been ruined for me. Like, the idea of, like, comfort has been... I don't know. I don't know. I've been kind of in a deep hole for a while now, to be honest, and it's like, it's difficult to not be, you know? I don't know. Hey, welcome back, Hardware. You quit your job and thought you'd get a job quickly. Didn't realize it'd be so hard to find a job with your experience and you're running low on funds. Yep, that's tragic. Sorry to hear that, man. I'm rooting for you. I know you'll find something. 1700... 2180. It's north of our central market, fish market here, Hardware. It's not gonna work, but right here. Oh, look, it's actually showing the pin. That's crazy. That, 1700, 2180. 2190. Yeah, that works. There's a bunch of tier 1 around there. We always go there. We just fish a bunch of tier 1. There's a bunch of tier 2 as well, and I have some tier 2 chums, so we could always do that as well. 47 going on 48, so just learn to be happy with yourself. It's better to be alone and sad than in a relationship. Alone and sad. Yeah, I know, sweets, I know. It's been difficult for me because this relationship, I mean, fuck, Noah will attest to it. The relationship that I've been in for the last 2 years has been a fucking roller coaster, and I feel like those are kind of the worst because those are also the people that, like, not only do you get kind of trauma bonded with, but you also get, like, really lost in the whole situation. And it's like... Yeah. Zeros, I get that. I'm the same. That's why I don't want to live with my parents. That's why I'm dealing with shitty jobs to, you know, make ends meet, to be able to just live. I don't want to live with my mom. I mean, I can't really anyway. It's not like I'd be able to fit in her apartment. And, like, I could go live with my dad out east, but, like, you know, then I have to give up the thing that I do like, which is... you know, technology and like the internet and shit like that. I enjoy that. That's what makes me happy right now, is just being able to like enjoy my time just playing games, chilling, doing whatever. I can't do that out east because there's, you know, internet is practically non-existent, power is limited, like I just can't do that sort of stuff. And like I still have bills to pay, you know, like I still have student debt that I have to deal with. Unfortunately, like I can't just give up all of my responsibilities. As much as I could just like flip everything overnight, pay off a bunch of shit, I'd still be in debt at the end of the day. So, been there. Every single relationship. You're learning more about yourself now. Once you're healed from all the trauma, you can maybe find a new healthy relationship. Sweets, I think my problem is that this is my first like actual traumatic relationship where the individual was like sometimes really nice to me, but then also really awful and really controlling and doing a lot of awful things to me and treating me terribly. And, you know, I got really stuck in the cycle for a while, and especially because we ended up moving in together, and that made like a huge, it was a huge issue. I felt very trapped. And I'm still feeling like the the like results of it today. You know, I'm still not free. I feel like I'm still having to deal with some of the outcome. You know, and it's been difficult to get through it, you know. Gaslighting, yep. You're coming alone? Okay, no worries, Hardware. I don't know how many of us there's gonna be. I don't know if there's gonna be a lot of people. I don't really know, Joe Box. From what I'd heard, the previous partners were awful to her and treated her terribly and like cheated on her and whatever. And you know, I know that she had a shit ton of childhood trauma, which is probably where a lot of her attitude, or not her attitude, but like her, like a lot of the things that she did, I think it was probably motivated, or not motivated, but like influenced by her childhood trauma, which again doesn't excuse it, for the record. Like, it doesn't, just because you have childhood trauma doesn't mean you should make somebody else suffer as a result. But like, it's, I don't know. I think I want to say that I think what happened is that she came out of, like, I think the relationship before mine was particularly toxic to her and very controlling to her, and I think she just swung the pendulum the opposite way, like really aggressively. And for her specifically, she had a lot of instability mentally. She was like a very angry, vindictive person. She makes a lot of shitty decisions, does a lot of stupid things. She's not, you know, she's not exactly an upstanding citizen. She makes a lot of, you know, not civil decisions, I guess, is how I could say it. I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. You're still feeling some of the stuff they said in your life. Ran across some other texts yesterday, and you totally just you were just shocked that you put up what he said to you. Yeah, that's how you choose to deal with it. You became a people pleaser, sadly, which isn't very good either. Yeah, I think that's the issue I've kind of fallen into, Sweets, is that I did not put myself first. I put her first in a lot of scenarios. And the worst part is that I would have these conversations with her, telling her that I'm tired of feeling like I have to put all of my hobbies, all of my things to the side, because of her, you know. And like she had like severe fear of missing out on fucking everything. I couldn't go out with friends without either getting a bunch of texts about how sad she is that she's not there, or hearing about it when I got home, being like, oh, how was your thing? I just sat here in bed watching the same show I always fucking watch. I bet you had so much fun without me. And just like constantly doing that. And then when I'd be like, hey, you know, I don't feel great that you're like ruining the happiness I had today. And then she goes, oh, I'm not ruining it. That's just you. Like, it's not my fault that me telling you and venting is ruining it for you. And I'm like, well, that's not at all what's happening. And it was actually funny because when we tried to like fix things after the incident, like the real bad incident, which I probably won't say on stream, we had like a rough incident that stretched out for a long time. After we tried to repair things a little bit, I specifically told her that I wanted to get, like, if we really figured things out, I wanted to get therapy for us. I wanted to, like, you know, sit in a group counseling, like a couple counseling situation, and like work through our differences and like actually put effort together. And all she wanted to do was just move back in because she's in a shitty living situation because of the incident. And I was like, I'm not comfortable moving back in with you until I'm confident that our relationship can be repaired. And she only really gave a shit about getting herself out of the shitty situation that she was in, and really not at all about the relationship. And I realized that because, like, I hadn't felt very wanted or desired. It felt like really the only thing she cared about was being in a better living situation. So you get something like that in high school. It's crazy to me that somebody in their 20s acts like a high schooler, but yeah, that's what it felt like. It really felt like it. So had you delete your guy friends from gaming, accused you of more with them? Yeah. I'm working on it, Joe Bucks. Thank you. I appreciate it. I think I'm at the point where I've kind of come to terms, because I have the ability to at least look back now and realize, yeah, this was awful. I was in an awful situation, you know? Sorry, I'm just looking at a Discord message here. I'm trying to organize people for the fishing thing. I don't think we're gonna have a ton of people showing up for the chum, but that's a-okay. Oh, I have, you know, whatever. I have fish oil. It doesn't matter. I think it'll be okay. I think in the long run, I'll be able to get through things. It's just right now it's difficult, and I feel like particularly alone, which I think is why, I think that's part of the reason why I've been so like validated and I've been so engrossed in streaming specifically, is because I have so many different people I can interact with, and it makes it a lot easier to like get my mind off of things. So I think that's actually why I was so like, I think I've been so beaten down today, specifically after playing Bitcraft, or not Bitcraft, after playing BattleBit for a little bit and realizing that like I just won't have that community when I play like an FPS, for example. So I don't know. I can't be, the thing is I can't be tying my streaming into like my personal shit. That's like a really terrible way to just ruin it for me. So I have to obviously not do that. But you know how it is. Yeah, I'll definitely be better in the long run. I realize that it is difficult in the short term. I realize that it is immense pain that I have to deal with now, but ideally not forever. You know, in a perfect world, this is pain that's temporary, that'll last for maybe a few weeks at most. You know, and I think I'm probably most of the way through it, so... It's fair, Noah. I mean, realistically, you've heard about, I mean, fuck, you've been on stream for long enough. I've probably vented before in the past about stupid issues. It's not the first time that I've had to deal with stupid things, right? And it's not the last. Granted, I think this might be one of the most traumatic things I've had to deal with. Being cheated on in high school. Yeah, it hurt. I don't really think it was the end of the world. I think I made it through that fine. I was sad for a couple of weeks and then I was okay. Who's this? Who's this? Oh, it's Hardware. Hey. Okay, we got a couple fish here. Hopefully more people show up. We're gonna have to hang tight. I'm gonna hold on, let me pop into Jagos' chat real quick here and see if he's coming through. Hey, stop it. Stop it. Stop that.
Where are you at now? Let's see total. It's hard to justify playing something like Kaizuda with this 13 mil. At least 12 hours. Last day I want to do a 24-hour. Oh, I sent you a Discord message, dude. And you did respond. I'm just dumb.
Exposed! Bro's exposed.
Okay, I'm coming.
Bro's like, I sent you a Discord DM, and I fucking checked, and I responded. All right, Hardware, we're gonna hang out for a second until some people show up, and then we'll chum it when people get here. Losing your dad became the most traumatic 2 years ago yesterday. Damn, sorry to hear that, Sweets. Sorry to hear that. I am actually worried about that. I've actually, okay, so this might be a little more deep than I should go, but I think one of the things that I'm worried about is I don't really have a great relationship with either of my parents. And the last thing I want is for them to die and never have that situation. And like, they're not necessarily that old. Like they're late 60s, but like late 60s is enough for me to kind of think about it. It's like in my head, you know? They're both relatively healthy. They should be fine. But at the same time, it's like, it's something that's in my mind. It's something that I have to think about. And I don't want to be in the situation where I never have that, like, fuck, I don't even know. Oh, wow, your dad passed. Oh, I didn't even process. Yeah, yesterday, shit. Was your dad much of a stoner, Sweets? Because that's crazy unfortunate. Your last dating experience showed you also need somebody who actually knows if they want a relationship with you. Yeah, that's fair, Pillow. That's fair. I mean, I think the problem is that, like, I had a lot of time in my relationship where I just didn't feel desired. I didn't feel wanted. And I actually had lots of moments where I was like, well, do you want me or do you want the situation? Do you want the comfort that I can give you in life? Like because realistically, I think I gave her more of a comfortable life than she'd had in a really long time. And I feel like a lot of the relationship was that I was able to provide that for her. So in the world we live in, rough things can happen very much unprompted and often in groups. Yeah, it's true. When it rains, it pours, right, Joe Box? Assuming's cracked up at it. That's funny. I guess that's like a fun, like it's a funny anecdote, you know, to try to bring light to a shitty situation, because it is obviously a very unfortunate thing, but at least there's a little bit of an anecdote there, right? There's a little bit of a silver lining, you know. I guess that's really all you can ask for in traumatic experiences, really, is try to look for the light, try to look for the good things, you know, helps you get through it at the end of the day. So I will say, I guess at the end of the day, my relationship taught me how to love myself more than anything else. So I'm grateful for that. I think it did, at least. I don't know. I don't know if I truly love myself as a result of that, but I think I'm in the steps of being in that environment, you know? Yeah. Yeah. There are good days and bad. I agree. Yeah. I mean, it's grim, but that is unfortunately the reality, right? Well, that's good, Sweets. So, I mean, it's tragic that he passed, but I'm glad that you have like a lot of good to come of it, you know? So it's true, hardware. It's true. It can be difficult though, you know what I mean? It's like, I feel like, especially, okay, I don't know if this is like a sexist, misogynist thing, but I feel like men from the emotional support side have it a lot worse than women do, you know? I think like male emotional support is at like an all-time low. Or maybe not an all-time low, but it's still very low. You know what I mean? And I think it's very difficult to process emotional things, especially as somebody who is emotionally literate. It's difficult to like convey that to other people. You know what I mean? Especially when somebody like me has to, like, I like to think I'm a relatively emotional person, and trying to convey that to people like other guy friends that aren't in that same headspace is really difficult. So for me, it's like I always confide in somebody who does have that emotional intelligence, which happens to be a woman, for example, like some of my female friends. And it sucks that when you're in a relationship, when even that can be used against you, you know, like, oh no, why don't you come to me? Why are you going to this other bitch? Why, you know? And it's like, well, because I can't, you won't give me emotional support. You'll shut down and tell me you can't take it anymore. You don't want to listen to it, you know? It does, Pillow, because a lot of like the male stigma is to like brush off and like bottle up your shit, you know? But I feel like the problem with the female friends is that there's also a stigma with that. When a guy goes to a girl for emotional support, then all of a sudden it seemed like there's so much extra meaning, you know? That's unfortunate, Sweets, with the being the fallback girl. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. It's probably just because of the people pleaser thing, right? People are like, oh, she'll bend over backwards for me and deal with, you know, do whatever you know. And I feel like I've been that to some capacity. Yeah, you gotta stay on your high horse, exactly. It's an awful stigma. It's fair, Sweets. And it's funny because I'm kind of the same way. So Noah's on a hate men arc. That's ironic, Noah. That's very ironic. Who hurt you, Noah? You don't feel the same part personally, but you can definitely see what happens. Yeah, that's fair. I think I'm probably further down the emotional rabbit hole than most guys. So women are seen more as emotional and given the regulatory skills from a young age, and men have more of the ability to suppress feelings. I think Joe Box, that's like the traditional image though, right? I think the traditional woman image is that, and the traditional masculine image is to not be bothered by emotions, right? But I think we're at a day where somebody like Sweets, who is a tomboy, who maybe isn't as feminine as some of the feminine individuals that like society talks about, right? And me, for example, who's not as masculine as some of the masculine images that are talked about. At the end of the day, it's a spectrum, right? Some people need more or less emotional support, and it's kind of a shitty stigma to be like, I realize I'm perpetuating that by saying like I go to women, you know, to talk about problems, but like it's, you know, it's true. Like society really has perpetuated these stigmas. So nobody, you just work exclusively mothers. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. If you work with a lot of moms. Yeah, the image is self-perpetuating, and like we're not doing ourselves any favors, but like what am I going to do? Break down on a live stream? What's that going to prove? You know what I mean? Like it's unfortunate. It is. Hopefully those stigmas change. So also, I want to go a little further north here. Oh, wait, no. Further west. Oh, no, they'll see us. Never mind. You get into me slowly? All right, no worries, Pillow. We're waiting. We're waiting for you. We're waiting for Jagos as well. I think he's got some people coming, so... I appreciate all you guys having this discourse with me and going down the conversation. It's good to know that I'm not alone on this, and it seems like a lot of people are dealing with a lot of similar things right now, which is very interesting how that works. Where are the people on the other end? So honestly, you're lucky you don't have to worry about money or a job, since you get money from the government, since you can't work, since mentally you can't take that. Fair. I mean, if you can pull it off, do it by all means. That's awesome, Sweets. I'm glad. That's good. It's good that you have a supportive community. I don't think I've ever really gotten to that point on stream ever, and I've been on Twitch for 12 years. Like I think I might have gotten there. But it's usually like anything that really bothers me on stream, more often than not, isn't really personal related stuff. It's more like stuff going on in the community, stuff that I'm working towards, stuff that, you know, like whatever. I don't think I'm generally ever this open on a live stream specifically. So you think you're on the other end? In what regard, Noah? Also, yeah, links are allowed. Absolutely. Absolutely. Post away. Just don't post porn, please, ideally. Don't post those. That's the no-no zone. More people should open up about this stuff. Yeah, but like the thing is that when people are vulnerable, that's when trolls really fuck your day up. You know what I mean? Like that's like I think my problem is that like I don't get as much hate these days, but I was younger. I used to get a lot of hate and a lot of trolls, a lot of shit posting, and like the last thing I would want to do is open up about something vulnerable and then have it turned against me. And I think that's actually part of the reason why I don't open up to a lot of my friends, because I think a lot of my like personal friends are like the kind of the banter, shitposty, talking shit kind of friends, right? And that's fine. Like, you know, I enjoy hanging out with them. I enjoy talking to them. They're good friends. You know, it is what it is. But I think it makes it very difficult for me to open up with them because of that, because of the way the relationship is. And, you know, it's difficult because like those friends are the ones being like, hey, what's wrong, man? What's going on? And I'm like, I can't talk about it, you know? I don't have the gall to sit down and like really actually talk about those things with them. So you were alone at home right when dad passed? You had nowhere to go? Oh, that's unfortunate, Sweets. Everyone had marriage and kids and you were single. That sucks. The troll showed up during that stream, but the community was on them immediately. Well, that's good. That's good. That's what you need, right? You need people that have your back, people in your corner. So I'm glad that you have that. And I mean, I have it too. I can't act like I don't. I have that. And realistically, I think all the friends that I'm talking about that like are the banter whatever friends, I think realistically they'd be fine, you know, if I opened up with them vulnerably. But it's that fear, you know what I mean? Like you don't want that to be turned against you. You don't want that to be something that's used against you, really. So I don't know. Also, here's that fucking drum and bass bard again. This is entertaining. I have to make a new bardcore playlist, like one that's like actually, it has unique songs that doesn't have repetition and doesn't have fucking vocals, like actually doesn't have vocals. Because it's obnoxious. God damn. Of course fear is our worst enemy. And the worst part is that in fear, like fear is what hides the most beautiful parts of life. That's the worst part. Like if you want to experience the best parts of life, it's behind a wall of fear. It always is, 100% of the time. And that is literally just how life is, unfortunately. Honestly, Joebox, we should contribute. We should make a big no vocals bardcore playlist that has a shit ton of variety, ideally as few duplicate songs as possible. And yeah, you learn to be very open, but that's because of your past. You had too much therapy, and if you don't talk about it, no one can help you. Yeah, obviously true. And my issue is I don't have very many therapy resources, specifically with my work benefits. We're very limited on what we get, and phone therapy doesn't do it for me, unfortunately. I need like an in-person therapy session, and that's not something that my benefits cover right now, which is awful. And I hate it very much. I also fear Fent. Honestly, Noah, yeah, no, I fear Fent too. You must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is the little death that brings total obliteration. I will face my fear. I will permit it to pass over me and through me. And when it has gone past, I will turn to the inner eye to see its path. When fear has gone, there will be nothing. Only I will remain. Frank Herbert's Dune. It's a good quote. You're never much of a masculine guy. You've always been really emotional for a dude. And you've always been a very straightforward person, and if something bothers you, you want to talk about it. And what you found is at the start of a relationship, or after some time together, I want to talk about life plans or any form of commitment, they just run away. True, actually. It's kind of weird because I had a lot of the similar situation with my ex as well, honestly. Being open about, like, my life. I guess less about, like, the future of the relationship, and more about, like, I guess my like mental state in general. I would want to be open and talk about things and work through things, but I couldn't because it would be turned around against me. Like my own like, not depression, but, or I guess it could be, it would be used against me as like a weapon, almost, to be weaponized. And I think it's almost ingrained that in my skull. Like, it's only, like, granted, it's only been 2 years. 2 years isn't that much in the grand scheme of things. But, like, it was a long time to have to deal with that sort of shit. And it definitely, it taught me a lot of shitty habits. And it's like, trained my brain in a certain way where I have to, like, undo a lot of the stuff that, that had happened through that relationship. I have to work backwards, you know? And it's weird. It's weird. But, I mean, I guess that's what happens when you have somebody who's very controlling, very manipulative, very narcissistic. You know, it's... I don't know. It's rough. But I agree with you on the emotional for a dude. This is a medieval cover of Wrecking Ball. It is exactly what that is. That is what bardcore is, my brother. I'm surprised you haven't heard of bardcore. Yeah, that's fair. I think my mom is, I don't know, I think my dad's just very aloof. But my mom definitely is a narcissist for sure. Childhood was very difficult with her. It's unfortunate because I think she's the one parent who's like actively trying to help me through life. Still try. She's not doing a great job at it, but that was a genuine question. She's a little too toasted to tell. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it's just Bardcore, which I just have a huge fucking Bardcore playlist right now. Which I need to sort through because I need to find all the good ones and make a big playlist out of it. And if I don't call it, she's bipolar. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure my ex had BPD. But then again, she never got diagnosed for it and refused to really get any help with it. They tried to diagnose her with depression and then just like left it at that. But the problem is that sorry, excuse me. The problem is she would use that misdiagnosis as an excuse to be like, oh, well, I've tried everything. I can't do anything else. There's not anything wrong with me. Even though like things only got worse. Often people who haven't figured themselves out have fear to guide them and especially harm others through their self-preserving. Yeah, what is it? What's the saying? Hurt people, right? Like that's how it goes. You have to heal your own inner trauma and your own inner demons before you can put yourself in a situation where you and somebody else can live a life together. Everywhere on all the dating apps you've used, the first thing you list to your profile is someday you want kids and searching stable relationship, but they all go in a relationship anyways, knowing that they're not searching for the same. It's so painful. Honestly, dude, I think dating apps are the problem there. I'm gonna be honest with you. 1700, 2168. I'm like 17 tiles south. You're at the Scam Island. Bro, I sent you coordinates, dog. Just go north. Go north of the Scam Island. You'll run into us. We're just waiting on Pillow as well. And then we're good to go. I think. Your mom is narcissistic. Your dad tried to help you. Now that he passed, she has relied on you more. It's slowly getting a better relationship. I think that's what's happening with me, sweets. Honestly, same thing. Can't believe it gamified dating. Yeah, me neither. It's awful. But I mean, like, realistically, what can you expect? How does somebody like me... How do individuals like us actually meet new people? You know what I mean? Hey, Pillow, holy shit, he made it on a fucking shitty raft. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, I feel bad for you. Holy shit. You miss old school dating? Technology ruined it? Absolutely. Technology made dating stupid. And we're learning more and more that, like, people have unrealistic expectations. People want unrealistic things. Like, it's crazy. People are getting vilified. People are... It's awful, dude. We can't have nice things these days, you know what I mean? Check my DMs? Okay, well, thanks. The statement only really resonates with your last dating experience. She seems to not be able to handle something, but is trying to use others to help. And if I was one of them, she's now moving on to others in your friend group, and it feels shit. Yeah, well, I mean, there's not much you can do about that, right? Like, if your friends are willing to go through with that and, like, perpetuate that, that sucks. So... that's good hardware. Make sure, hey, never ruin that, brother. You gotta... Don't take advantage of that. Don't take it for granted. You know what I mean? What is this? Send me a Snoop Dogg. What the fuck is that? Snoop Lisa? Jesus, that is so cursed. What the fuck? Okay, we're just waiting on, we're literally just waiting on Jagos. So once Jagos is here, we're good. We can start. That'll be a small group today, but that is A-okay. We aggregate in places we like to be until you find someone who you want to be with, looking for the core foundation of what makes you both vibe as people. True. Yes, Jagoff. We're waiting on Jagoff. He just has to go north. That's all he's got to do. Where you just hit the bong and watched up in Smoked with my parents on Weed Eve. Nice. I think I understood what you said there. I mean, that's cool. That's cool that you can smoke with your parents. I mean, your parents are chill, so that makes sense. Hey, War Dogs, thanks for the follow, buddy. Appreciate it. Buckle up. We got a deep stream. We're talking about very deep philosophical things right now. Nice day for fishing. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're waiting for Jagoff and anybody else who's going to come out here. I didn't really advertise it in the chat. I probably should have, but it's fine. It doesn't matter. We'll do a couple of these. However many everybody's feeling. And then I'll probably wrap up the stream a little early because I got a bunch of errands I got to get done today. So we're going to make this fishing good. What up, Mango? How you doing? One day you want to join fishing, but since we're noobs, we haven't done too much to do it. Fortunately, tier 1 only requires level 0, so you technically could. So just whenever you get a boat that's quick enough to get you out here, absolutely should. Finding out your parents were stoners for all 60-something years of their lives is the least surprising thing ever. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I mean, I've met them. They're the most chill people ever. So, hey, there he is. Hey, we got the group. Nice. Yeah, quick enough. You know, you don't do anything quick in this game, man. All right, we're chumming it. Let's go. Let the chumming begin. Go nuts. We chummed together at the same time. That's funny. Oh, I know, meaning we just moved, so setting up the new base, too much to do. That's fair, sweets. Moving is such a pain in the ass in this game, I will say. I think it's kind of rough because, yeah, like, you really have to, like, find a good spot to, like, set up your base, you know? You don't want to have to deal with that. We ended up moving pretty early, too, and it's kind of rough because the two... It's really funny because I had two dudes that I was grouping with right at the start. Neither of them have logged on since. And I think it's because I think it has something to do with the fact that I started streaming it and then the group started growing rapidly. And I don't know if they were necessarily happy with the group growing rapidly. And they just haven't logged back in since. So... yeah, I'll let you know about the snorkel game, Noah. I'll let you know. We'll talk on Discord at some point, I'm sure. Got lots going on. So, yeah, I mean, that's the issue, Sweets, is traveling's really rough in this game. I get that they want it to be like a process, but traveling is really rough in this game. I think in order for the masses to really want to adopt this game, they're like, I don't want to have to like take a 6-hour session to do one thing. You know what I mean? And I think that's the issue with this game right now, is that because traveling is such a bottleneck, it can be they're gonna have travel signs that auto walk for you. That's cool, but that doesn't change the fact that, like, if I go to work for 8 hours and I come home and I want to play Bitcraft for a few hours and I want to like get some things done, I'm gonna spend most of the time walking. You know, they need to either have like a mount, you know, like I can tame a horse or something like that. They need to have something on ground that makes you faster. Hey, nice level. Let's go. Oh, Pillow's gonna level up real quick here. Yeah, we're going crazy on this. God damn. Damn, boy. Yeah, it does, Sweets. It's awful. I think people in a social sandbox anymore are like dry wood. There just needs to be some common cause to ignite the fires. Yeah, agreed. Agree. I think once there's enough content, it'll be better. Yeah, dude, that's what I'm not excited for. They're going to make the map huge. The map's going to be massive to facilitate all the players and probably going to continue growing as they get more players. But then the problem is like, how do we go faster? It's such a grind to get a faster boat, and the faster boats aren't even that much faster. You know what I mean? Like, if you skip from tier 2 to tier 3 skiff, it's still not that much faster. Your popcorn maker bowls all the way? That's exciting, Pillow. Holy shit. I need me one of those. Tell me how that goes. Bro, Pillow's leveled up again? We'll leveled up again, dude. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not looking forward to the like crazy time sink, to be honest. I'm okay to like grind professions, but it's the process of like actually having to go like super far in the distance, you know, going all everywhere, whatnot. Hey, what up, Boboto? Yes, boat. It's gonna force trading. Yeah, it should. Jesus Christ, Jagos is almost 70, dude. Yeah, agreed. First base is probably going to be where groups actually stay this time. So you're not going to have to travel half the map alone anymore. And you could just buy from trader players and sell your local produce that's unique to your area. That's true. Assuming there is actually local produce, assuming they do actually change up spawn biomes and make it more unique where you are. So it's true. Gonna need to talk, try to figure out where people are going. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be difficult though, especially when the game releases and there's a shit ton of people playing. Yeah, it's true, Pillow. It depends. It's true. Like, you're gonna really have to pick what you want to do with your time in the game, right? And same, Sweets. I want to be like central to people without being crowded, and I don't want to have to go across the map just to find lavender, you know? So, Spartans as neighbors. War Dogs, are you guys the Spartans? We need you guys as our neighbors, apparently. You guys gotta come protect the central market. Keep us safe. Yeah, no, you're not gonna want to stay in the starter area. I think the only benefit to having a settlement in the starter area would be to, like, sell stuff to brand new players. Like, to try to like get something out of new players potentially. That's like the only benefit you could do, is just set up like a new player stall, which wouldn't be a bad thing. You could capitalize on new players like right off the bat. But I think they should, Joe Box. Honestly, I think they should use the API to do like to build a sort of market listing, like an auction house. So your slave market is huge. Okay, all right. Well, I didn't say that. Well, I'll take the walls, but not the slave market necessarily. That seems like a bit of a stretch. So, yeah, Grand Exchange, exactly. Grand Exchange, auction house in WoW, auction house in any MMO, really. All the way to the east now, we have a lot of stuff in the same spot. Nice. Like, all the way to the east as in, like, across the ocean, or just on the east of the main continent, Sweets? Everybody's leveled up quick. Look at that. Wouldn't have as many people at the Chum turnout today. We need APIs for Empire management. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff. But the problem with APIs for Empire management is they should also... Someone should build out a service for all empires to use. Because what's going to happen is any empires that have developers in them are going to be the ones that build the actual systems for their empire and keep it to themselves. And that's going to suck. You don't want a Grand Exchange? Why not? I think the Grand Exchange would be a good way for... Well, and I also... We say Grand Exchange, but, like, it's a player-made auction house, right? They make a global open source for the empires? That's good. All right. I trust you too. East of East Coast. Oh, okay. I see. Like, very east. You're, like... E3000. That's good. Oh, excuse me. Oh my god. We're doing pretty good here. We're at 60K. We got the good fishermen out today. They're doing their doing work. I'm actually I won't hit 50 unless we do a bunch of these, but the reason why your current repo is private is because you don't want to leak the Bitcraft endpoints. You don't want to get it DOSed. Fair. Hardware, have you built any tools yet using the API? I think trade hubs would be good, but having an external tool to do the trade feels terrible. Having something similar to PoE really sucks. I think what people are mostly saying is that like you would have settlements listed on eBay that have on like the equivalent of eBay that would list their items for sale, so you would know where to travel. If you're looking for something, you would go to a settlement at a certain place. You know what I mean? We have a list of all items and what you need to craft it. Oh, that's cool. That's handy. Have you released that to everybody, or is that just for Tortuga? Selling level 1 and level 2 tools to new players for quantities of basic materials is basically guaranteed to work if you want to do lavender or wheat maxing. Yeah, exactly. If you could search by area, it would be awesome. If I ever played Eco, they have a global hotkey that would list the trades at Trader Outpost coords. I've never played Eco, but that's cool. That's a good feature. Hey, Koi, what's up? Welcome. You still have to get there, but you'll see what they... Well, that's what I mean, War Dogs, is I just want to be able to know that if I'm making the journey across the map, it's worthwhile, you know what I mean? I'm not just wasting my time. Because that's kind of what I'm worried about specifically, is like spending a bunch of time traveling and then just have it be wasted. Alright, Hardware, I'm holding you to it. Make sure you release that shit public. Don't keep that to yourself. Because, yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. 1753, 3409, a roundabout? Nice. Wish Twitch would fix the mobile issues. Can't watch on Twitch. Use Frosty and you get ads when you shouldn't. Oof. Yeah, I mean, Twitch ads are pretty much impossible to avoid. Like, no version of ad block works. I think the only thing that would work is like a Pi-hole or like some other like DNS fucking local DNS thing. How do I have more stamina? I have a bunch of power sources that I've upgraded. Let me show you real quick. I've got tier 3 power sources that I made. Specifically, the Ferrolith ones are the ones I'm using. They give me more... I mean, you get max health and stamina on everything, but the Ferrolith ones give you more food as well, so my food maximum is also higher. I get 127 instead of 100, so I can eat more, and my food recovers slightly faster as a result. So... it was worth the travel. You're so glad you're finally all in one spot, not having to travel all the way to tier 1. True. You pay for Turbo, you shouldn't get ads. You pay. Yeah, unfortunately, they still serve you pre-roll ads, so it's unfortunate. Amazon is just very greedy, but what are we going to do? Because Twitch has the community, the streaming community there. It's the place to go, so... Is a uBlock origin config that blocks all Twitch ads? Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I think Twitch's monetization is awful, to be honest. That's dope. Yeah, you should release that before the alpha's over, honestly. I thought of turning off pre-roll ads and doing 3-minute ad break once an hour. I don't think you can turn off pre-roll ads. I just have to run the ad break, and I hate manually running ad breaks. I guess I could. I just don't know, like, I don't know a way to maintain that because I'm going to forget. I'm not good at remembering how to do that, so I would have to do, like, I have to set up like an automated thing that automatically runs ads or something like that. I could find a way. Yeah, if you've got the tool to do it, DM it to me, Rainbow. I'd appreciate that. You're still working a crafting recipe program, so you implement what you have and it will rework for each tier how much you want craft. That'd be helpful. Crafting calculators would be great. Bounce rate would go down, you're sure? Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't really pay attention to the analytics. Why? The... It takes more time to make the calculator, obviously. You gotta implement stamina too, but that would depend on this tool's variation. True. That's dope. Yeah, Rainbow, I'll have to look into that. I'm like, I don't 100% know how to fucking figure that. I'm sure there's a tool. I'll find a tool for it. I'll find a way to do the thing. Because, like, realistically, it's possible. Pirate Software has a thing, but I don't know if he built that himself or what. I'm sure, like, Stream Elements or something has a solution for that. I haven't looked into it. I definitely feel bad. Isn't it just on bitcraftonline.com or something like that? Worth looking into? Alright, I appreciate it, Rainbow. Special URL? Is it a URL that's public? Because, like, there's the... I mean, there's the API URL that gives you the, like, the queue status. But that's on Bitcraft's... That's just like a subdomain of their website or whatever. It's in the logs, that's how you found it? Oh, I see. Okay, that'll drop off my inventory and we'll maybe do another chum. Something like that. Hey, zeros. Nice. 15k channel points. Hell yeah, dude. Bro's saving. Not that you'll use them. Hey, but they're there. That TTS is, it's really enticing. $15.5k. Jesus Christ, you guys are farming. To be fair, I've been streaming a shit ton, so that makes sense. And you guys chat a lot. That adds up. I used to stream quite a bit shorter streams, and yeah, people could not get that much.
Fuck yeah!
Why did it do Rick first? Oh. Jack off. Yep. That's him. Too far? What? What do you mean? Oh, I guess because that's in the boat, huh? Put all the stuff in here for later. I don't care. Also, if you need the meat, you can just, I can set up a trade if you guys really want the meat.
chum for the chum god.
Yep, exactly. Hey, yo, I'm back. Jagoff's filling his inventory. Fuck, no one else is gonna take any. Go crazy, guys. Grab them. Go get some fish oil down south. Makes it easier than having to teleport or having a fucking boat back. We can grab 1 or 2 chum nodes after. Maybe we'll do one more. I think I got one more in me. Oh, go on a straight line. Why the fuck are you always going to the side? God, the boat just wants to go rear all over the fucking place, dude. Holy. Can you go in there? Why do I gotta drag it? Why can't it just go? Oh, they're taking the hex. That's funny. Take the hex. Fuck it, dude. Wait, did the portal 2-1 not go off? Is Tangia just broken right now? It's so inconsistent, man. I need my own text-to-speech. Like, absolutely zonked. No, I think I'm just depressed. I'm not actually zonked. We had some pretty deep conversation today on stream. It's been an interesting one to say the least. So... oh, there's still a bunch out here. I'll let everybody else grab it. I don't really care. They can get their hex coins or whatever they want. Also, I found a good solution for my mobile streaming setup, for battery power specifically. I got an adapter that I can plug my little ATEM Mini into into a battery bank. It's great. So now I can just battery power the thing without having this like massive thing, and it costs way less too, which is great. Pillow, go crazy. Grab them all if you want. In fact, honestly, I'm just gonna take a load and I'll drop it on the shore, and I'll let somebody else take it. I don't really care. Y'all can get your fish oil out of it. You good? All right. I think I'm gonna set up a trade where you could take the raw fillet as well. Just so if people really want it. You're just here to chill? Hey, fair enough. I'm just kind of don't want to let it go to waste, that's all. You gotta get a mobile streaming platform and take it out to the desert for some long-range fun. Yeah, that'd be interesting. I'm sure you get lots of people fucking around with that for sure. Oh, they're in one boat. Oof, they're draining my stock. Holy. Guys are running me out of fucking hex coins in here. This one. Does this one have money in it still? This one still got money in it. Let's take 40 coins out of this. There, we'll do that. I guess I could also sell fish oil. I should put that in here. Add offer, hex coin, or no, fish oil. Tier 1 fish oil. And we'll request hex coin. We'll sell 5 fish oil for like 20 hex coin. There it is. And make that infinite. There. Now, if anyone ever comes by, they'll be able to buy some if they want. Yeah, it's a good time, Anish. I'm a little burnt out of it, personally, because there's not a ton of content other than just grinding in the alpha. But, like, the basics are great. So it's like, good as it stands, but they need a lot of endgame content. They need some stuff to really entice you to stay around for a while. I think that's the problem here, so... Alright, got another spot right here. Wait for the gang to roll up. Pillow, you still out here? Who do I stream the finals? I did, like, last week for a little bit. I don't really want to stream shooters, to be honest. I can't interact with people. I can't actually focus on, like, being a streamer and talking to people and shit like that. I think the issue is that playing shooters it's probably better for offline content and not so much for content. You know what I mean? About content warning. Content warning would probably be a little bit better for streaming, but I think the people that are showing up for my stream probably want to see survival crafting stuff specifically, so I'm probably going to try to stick stream to specifically survival crafting. So we'll be picking up a new game relatively soon here because everyone's burnt out of Bitcraft and the alpha's ending. So all right, Zeros, have a good day, man. Hope you feel better. Coming back? Perfect, Pillow. See you later, Zeros. We'll see you next time. I might stream something tomorrow. Don't know what yet. I might also take a break off tomorrow. Just a day off of streaming. Not sure yet. I probably should because I got a lot of stuff I got to deal with, and if I stream, it's gonna fuck half my day over. So, unfortunately, I got the 9 to 5 window to deal with most of my problems, and I happen to also stream in that window. So, might just take tomorrow off. Project Zomboid. I would do Zomboid. Yeah, actually, we've actually talked about Zomboid a little bit. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing in Zomboid, but you'll stream a couple hours. Hell yeah, Pillow. I'll tune in then. If I take a break, I'll make sure to tune in and I'll hang out. Which, I think I'm just saying that because I'm being reluctant to commit to it, but I definitely should just take a break because I'm very burnt out. I need a day, and again, I gotta go fix all my shit, my day-to-day shit. I think it would make me feel a little bit less stressed out if I wasn't worrying about the stupid utilities problem and all the other stupid drama, because if I dealt with the utilities problem, then technically I can cut my ex off completely and then feel better about myself. So I don't know. Yeah, Zomboid would be fun, Hanish. Honestly, Zomboid's something I would absolutely play. The list was we had a game called Vintage Story, which is kind of like RL Craft essentially, but it's its own game. So it's probably gonna run better than Minecraft ever would. Cut it off. There's Zomboid is something we've talked about. There's Haven and Hearth, which we've talked about as well. It has kind of a pay-to-win strategy with it, and it makes me a little upset. So I don't think I'll actually commit to Haven and Hearth, but it's an option. There's another game we're talking about. There's just straight up Minecraft. There's Terraria, Chum Chum. Waiting for Jagoff. Pretty sure Jagoff's coming. Gixon, can you confirm? Is Jagoff coming? What's he doing? Someone gotta go to his stream. What is see what he's doing? What's Jagoff doing right now? Gotta go. Oh, he's not even. He stopped streaming. Did he crash? Oh, he might have crashed. I think he crashed. He crashed. Ew. Nope, I don't want lyrics. Get out. I want fucking lyrics, dude. I think he's coming back. Hey, he's back.
Holy. Holy.
What? Why is it just playing the same part over and over again?
Holy.
What's happening?
Holy. Holy smoke.
What is happening? I can't even see his stream. His stream's broken for me. Oh, there it is. I think it's Chum Chum time.
I'm sorry, man. I enjoyed this song. I need a really cringe YouTube intro.
Hey, he's coming back to Chum.
It's your boy.
Probably won't stream today. You think you'll take weekends for yourself? You should, Pillow. Absolutely. Don't burn yourself out, man. Don't do what I'm doing.
Somebody clip that. Am I gonna clip in?
All right, sweets. I appreciate you hanging out. I appreciate all the advice and the kind words as well.
Where am I going? Fuck.
Thank you.
You're still here. Are we still chumming? Did you give up? What's happening? Here, I'll message you on Discord just in case. Oh, beautiful. Okay. 1700, 2170. I'll be there in an hour. 2170. No,
I'm gonna close the stream now. I don't need it open. That's chilling. But yeah, I mean, Pillow, don't burn yourself out of streaming, man. It can be rough. It really can be. Also, I've noticed the clouds tend to move with the clouds tend to move when the boat moves. It's kind of weird. Yeah, no sweat, sweets. We'll talk to you later. Also, if you're ever I don't know if you're down, but we can talk about it later potentially. We're looking for another survival crafting game once alpha closes, and you're welcome to join us. Me, Just a Game Over Screen, Voxel Heart, basically all the Bitcraft streamers trying to get our groups all together to find a survival crafting game to play together. All right. Begin the chum. Gotta stay together. Exactly. Pillow, absolutely. Absolutely, Pillow. We don't 100% know the game yet. There's a handful of games we're deciding on, but we're gonna figure out a game. So, Pillow, hop in my Discord. I can keep you updated. Exclamation mark Discord. You're a G-Portal partner? You can get a server up? Oh, we don't even need a G-Portal partner. I appreciate it. I actually like G-Portal. G-Portal was the one server I actually hosted my Rust experience off of. But I've got a home server I run my shit off of. Especially for games like Minecraft and Vintage Story, I think also benefits from high clock speed, like single core. And I know that most server hosts don't give you high clock speed. G-Portal is one of those server hosts that do not give you high clock speed. You just get like 2 or 3 cores of like a Xeon, and that's not really ideal. Yes, a V Rising server on G-Portal. Nice. I've done Rust. I've done Gary's mod. I've done a few servers actually on G-Portal, but that was before I built a 9900K server system. So, yeah, I pay for stupid expensive internet, and I have a decent server, so I absolutely got to use it when I can. So. But I appreciate it, sweets. I appreciate it. I might actually take you up on the G-Portal thing later on, for sure. Because I think there will be some things I don't want to home host. But for this thing, I'm just going to home host it. It's going to be less hassle, less headache, easier to manage. I have less bandwidth, I guess. I'm sure they have like 10 gig networking, whereas I only have 1 gig networking. But I have a hard time believing whatever we play is going to saturate my bandwidth. So I used to actually be able to get 8 gig specifically, not 10 gig, but then my ISP just decided to stop offering it at some point, which really sucks. I wanted to eventually just be like, yeah, I'm gonna buy this crazy internet package I'm never gonna fucking use, and then they just stopped servicing it, which was sad. I kind of wanted to. It would have been fun to have 8 gig down, 8 gig up, but unnecessary, stupid, and extra money, so no point. But yeah, sweets, message me on Discord as well. Honestly, we can keep in touch. I'll update you what's going on. It's looking like it's probably going to be Vintage Story or potentially PAX Day, depending on how the alpha goes for PAX Day. Because if we can get a bunch of us into PAX Day, especially with a handful of creators, we might be able to get a whole group in there because they do group invites for the alpha. And it seems to be kind of Bitcrafty, but a lot more like there's more PvP. It's a lot more realism focused. It's like a medieval, you know. Absolutely, sweets. Thank you. Have a great day. Yeah, I hope that PAX Day turns out well. Pillow just leveling up like crazy over here. I'm gonna try to position it so I can see everybody else's levels up. You got into the alpha for that? Oh, really? You did, sweets. Damn, you should let us all join your group. I don't know how many invites you get, but there's supposed to be a group invite system. So, I don't know. We'll see. I applied as a creator a little bit back, so we'll see if they take me as a creator. They might. I'm not sure. We'll see. I think I gotta apply for alphas more often, honestly. I've been kind of like out of the loop lately in terms of which alphas are coming out when and which ones seem interesting and worthwhile. So hey Pillow, how is V Rising? Was V Rising all right? That was one of the games we were potentially looking at, but the price is the main thing for that. We don't want to like get a whole bunch of people to spend a shit ton of money on the game, because it's not exactly cheap. It's on the higher end. Bro, where's my Marlin? Give me my Marlin. What the fuck? I haven't gotten a Marlin in forever. Is this Africa by Toto? It's not by Toto. Played it for 24 hours, got your money's worth out of it with your friends, but they're having a full release soon. Okay. It's like 45 Canadian dollars, and that's kind of rough for me. It's a little expensive. I think my limit's like 20 bucks right now for buying games. I don't want to spend a shit ton of money. Everything else is going up. Africa is by Toto? Yeah, but this isn't Africa by Toto. It's not Africa by Toto. It's Africa, not by Toto. It's somebody else's Africa. It's the Bardcore, whoever makes the Bardcore. I don't know who all makes the Bardcores. It's like a Bardcore generator. I don't know. It is by Toto. I'm not saying it's not by Toto. I'm saying this Africa is not by Toto. This information was revealed to you in a dream? I think you're in a dream. You should look inwards to yourself in your dream. Right now, I think you're in a dream. No, I'm not going crazy. I think Hanush is going crazy. If you play with the right crowd, you can probably get more out of it. Yeah, probably, Pillow. I believe it. It's a simulation. Everything's a simulation. This stream is fake. You're fake. Somebody just crashed. Somebody just crashed. Oh, his game over screen. Chagoff crashed again. Did it take his stream with him? I'm gonna laugh at him if it took his fucking stream down. I think it took him with it again. Bye. Bro died again.
I hate this.
Bro died again. Hey, Yogurt, how's your map exploration going, brother? No, that's not what I'm saying, Hanush. That's literally not what I'm fucking saying. It's not what I'm saying. I know that Africa is by Toto, but this Africa is not by Toto, and you can't understand that. That's not my problem. That's you problem. This is not Toto's Africa. This is different Africa. All Africa's by Toto. No Africa's by Toto. Africa's by Africa, man. Get out of here. Jesus. There's only one Africa? Yeah, it's a continent. What do you mean? It had really satisfying combat and base building. The crafting was a bit overtuned and a bit too grindy, so you tweak server settings to fix that? Good. Isn't Toto from...
My camera just stopped.
Isn't Toto from, what you call it?
Just get a second.
Isn't that from, like, the Wizard of Oz?
Hit rate is reading fine.
Toto's like that dog, right? That's like the dog.
Just say run.
Dog made Africa? Oh yeah, you're right. Actually, Toto was African. That's so right. Oh yeah, I've gambled there before, Hardware, actually. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But it's weird that they made Africa. I didn't know that, like, a gambling company would make Africa. What do they have? What do they get out of that? Like, what's the benefit of making a country, like a continent, like a whole island? You know, what do you make a whole island for? Is it because the gambling is on Africa? Is that why? Is Netherlands just just Africa? Do more people? Yeah, I guess that's fair. You know, you turn if you make Africa gambling, then there you go, easy. Hey, bro, just Google translated some shit. What in the Google Translate? The Netherlands controls the sea. So does Toto. Right? Surely. Jagos is struggling so hard right now. Or am I struggling? I think he's struggling. His stream is just dying. I don't know, dude. Toto is for more than 50% owned by the Dutch government. Don't they make toilets too? They're like a toilet company. They make like urinals and shit. Pretty sure. You need more of this in your life, Pillow? Hell yeah, dude. I try to keep it chill and laid back. We try to keep it goofy and wacky sometimes. For the record, I do fucking know that Africa is by Toto, Hanush. Jesus Christ, I'm not that uncultured. It's not even my favorite Toto song. That's the worst part. Most people only know one Toto song. All Africa is by Toto. No, there's other Africas that aren't Toto. No, I'm not going down the... No, I'm not... Toto has ads? Toto was made famous in Africa? I don't think Africans know who Toto is. They don't speak... Like, most of the country doesn't speak English. Toto also has music. Toto was also toilets. Guys, look at this. We've come full circle. Toto's full of our... No, I don't think I think they're all white. No, I think the Toto people are all white.
It's okay. Pressure makes diamonds.
What?
And I love pressure.
What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? How did you just do that? Bro, just hack my stream? Huh? What the fuck was that? Bro, just redeem some shit I didn't know you could redeem? How did you do that? What? How did Voicer just hack my fucking stream? Voicer, what the fuck did you do? What was that? A Voicer did? But how? I'm so fucking confused. West Coast? No, East Coast. I'm in Ontario. No, Voizer. No. Where in the Fortnite fucking battle pass did you do that? I'm so confused what just happened. There's literally no channel. There's no channel point reward. Can you send custom shit that's like not even enabled by spending bits? Oh my god, you can. Why is that? What? Why are these enabled? I did not turn those on. Do they just like automatically enable new shit that shows up? What the fuck? Tangia bot. That's what I use for TTS. We were just in Montreal and Ottawa over a week ago. Nice. Where are you from, Pillow? You don't mind me asking? Don't dox yourself. I'm so confused. How the fuck? How did Tangia enable those? All right, thanks for the bits, I guess, Voizer, but what the fuck was that? What? How did it like automatically enable shit on my? I'm so confused. Yeah, it's just, dude. Okay, I hate Tangia so much. I'm not gonna lie, this shit needs to be off. I need to stop using Tangia. I need to find a better TTS service because it looks like they enable the shit that they add. They changed it in the DB. No. Here, I'll show you. So I think as they add new stuff, they just automatically enable it on your channel. They just automatically enable shit. Oh, you were joking. Oh, okay. Oh, you're in Florida, Pillow. Oh, I see. Okay. Thought you were Canadian for a second. You would have gone up in cool points in my book. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, Voice. I'm turning those off. I don't know why the fuck those are on. I don't want these on. It's so weird, dude. A nice scare, though. It was a great jump scare. I don't know where the fuck that came from. No, you don't. You don't want to move to Ontario, Pillow. This is the worst fucking inflation that I've ever seen in my entire life. Ontario is an awful place to live. Don't live here. No, I got rid of it, Yogurt. Don't worry. Special team, special players, special plays. Yep, that's Sketch, all right. I don't know why Sketch is being turned into fucking a sticker for Tangia, and I don't know why it automatically enables, dude. You made a few tier 2 chubs? Hell yeah, Hollow. We're just wrapping up chubbing, honestly. We just did a bunch of it. I'm all chummed out, and I'm all streamed out, honestly. I'm pretty tired today. I gotta wrap it up relatively soon, and then I'm probably gonna take tomorrow off and just work on some stuff. It's been how you feel when you're there. There's been a lot of places in Ontario. It just feels like home to me. Oh, you can't join us because you're working, Hollow. Okay. Okay, well, I feel better then. You're not missing out. You're going to go for today later? Wait, what? Oh, I see. You're going to go for today later. All right. Hey, thanks for hanging out, Hardware. I appreciate you. I understand what you're saying now. It makes more sense. Thanks for hanging out. I think we'll, I'm gonna ask one. Where do I put all this shit? Is it this one? Yes, this one. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna leave that for now. Fuck it. Do I have a dog? I don't have a dog. And I don't know that Africa's by Toto. Wait, who? Does the dog know Africa's by Toto? Hold on. What do you mean? Let me go see what's going on over in, what's his face? Fucking... Oh, he's not even streaming right now. We could raid Sweets. All right. Well, I'm gonna wrap up stream here, guys, because I got a lot of stuff to do. Again, I'm taking tomorrow off, so I'm gonna chill. But I'll see you guys Tuesday morning. Hang tight here for 2 seconds. We're gonna raid somebody. Pass you guys off to somebody else. Show the love. Give me a minute here. Let me get this sorted. Yes. Good night, good sir. Thanks for hanging out. And can I link you to YouTube so you can add to the playlist just starting for the Bardcore? Just hit the thing in the bottom. There's like a link at the bottom, Joe Box. That's probably the fastest way. I don't have the link off the top of my head and I'd have to go find it. So, who do we raid? We could just raid Sweets, honestly. Let's raid Sweets. Fuck it. Sweets hung out here for a while. We can raid her. She's cool. We'll do that. Make sure you guys show her the love when you go there. Make sure you mention where you're coming from. I mean, I'm sure she'll fucking know. I'm sure she'll figure it out. But we're gonna do this. Google Who Made Africa? Yes, thank you. Thank you. You're welcome for making Africa by Toto. But yeah, everybody hit that raid now button. I appreciate you guys for hanging out. Of course, Zonk. We'll see you guys Tuesday morning, all right, everybody? Y'all sleep well, y'all eat well, do what you gotta do. Get your errands done, don't be lazy. Yeah. Appreciate you guys. Have a good night, guys. Peace.